Can't even know. Yo, I fucking hate this stupid goddamn. It's a touchpad. I can't help it, bro. I literally just grab my shit and I hit the fucking mute button because it's like it's a sensor. It's not like a button. It's like if my finger glides over it once, dunzo, gay. That's it. You know, you're just cooked. You're gay. I did say fuck. I was pissed. I hate this muting shit, bro. I hate streaming. I can't stop talking. I have to move it everywhere I go. Like I'm sitting back further than normal because y'all like vertical streams and all that stupid fucking shit, right? I can't go horizontal. Y'all love the vertical crap, right? So when you go vertical, right, and I want to make myself bigger, fuller screen, right, it zooms. So I have to like constantly adjust my positioning with the microphone and crap. You know what I mean? Or else I look retarded as hell. Like I have to keep moving shit. You should be able to do both, big dog. That's not. It doesn't work like that. For some reason, when I do both, it still only does one, right? And it'll show my vertical stream in the horizontal, which makes the horizontal completely useless. You know what I mean? Because now I have a horizontal stream with two big ass black blocks next to the fucking vertical stream in the horizontal one. You know what I mean? So like, defeats the purpose. Totally defeats the purpose. Stop watching me on a phone and get a fucking like shitty laptop or something. That was a gay description. That's how it is. Look, all right. I am gay, snapshot. Okay. I got barbecue chicken. Talking about your shit. We got thunder happening right now. I don't know if y'all can hear it or not. Guts is bubbling. Something fierce. Yo, Reaper. Only use me blade. That's another guy to watch. Slow down, you'll get heartburn. I ain't bitch made. I didn't eat lunch today. I skipped. Oh. What up, Mike? Only use me blade. Yeah. Only use me blade. One word. Capitals. O. You know. Only use me blade. Every word, capital letter, first letter. Not. It's not. Chicken nuggets. Now, see, people say Daniel Larson's a piece of shit. Nah. He was manipulated. Only use me blade is a piece of shit. That dude's a piece of shit. What movie? Or what video? If you want me to eat deep fried kangaroo balls, I need $2,000 donated in one string after YouTube takes 30%. Mm-hmm. But everybody knows who Jeffrey Dahmer and John Gacy is. You gotta pick somebody like fucked up and that nobody knows about. Makes it more fucking cool. It is called 6 times. Oh. Ooh. It's one of those compilation videos, huh? I know a little something about compilation videos. That's all I gotta say about that. This barbecue sauce is kind of spicy. Mm-hmm. Fuck. I got it on live chat now. My fault, gang. That's not much different than eating chicken heart. What isn't much different than eating chicken heart, dog? How much you paid for the mic, cuzzo? Why? Do you want it? Is that what you're asking for? I think it was like 50 something bucks. Like 50 something bucks car washer. I can't do Mondays unless you do it late at night when the kids are asleep. Because I have my kids every single Monday. That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. That's fair. What's fair? The price of the microphone? Yeah, it's pretty cheap. I could have got a lot better one, but you know, this one works just fine. At least everybody says it sounds fine. If it doesn't sound fine, I'll go get a better one. There does my life. Mm. 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 Mm-hmm. Why there goes your life? There goes my life. Oh. I have one person watching this shit. Bro, fuck PC streams. Fuck am I doing here? This stupid ass shit. It says 3 now. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, no, he don't got no channel no more. He should got banned. He became one of them alcoholic streamers. Yeah. Do I feel better now? The stream is dead. This shit is ass, bro. Computer streaming sucks dick. I just need to say on my phone.
Battery low.
Yeah, you just screamed in my fucking ear that the battery was low. Yeah, computer streaming is dog shit. Clearly, I'm just meant to be a phone streamer because the shit I don't understand it. People like that crap. They don't care about quality. They just like, you know what? You heard the battery low. That fucking shit was loud. Holy hell. That shit like exploded in my fucking ear. It was kind of crazy. Battery low. But you heard it from my headset to here? Or did you hear it like loud as hell? My guy. Who gives a fuck about Matchbox 20? You heard it loud? What? Oh! It's because I have the desktop audio set to my headset, so anytime that there's anything going on in my headset, y'all hear it too. Watch. See? Y'all hear my headset. Y'all hear my headset. Mm-hmm. You didn't hear shit? Turn up your ears, brother, here.
Welcome to Atlanta, host of DreamHack Major 3.
I know you heard that. I know you fucking heard that. My boy.
Every tournament that I played with this team has always felt the same. It's honestly just unique. Like every series that I go into, like I know I'm gonna win.
Let's fucking go, baby! Yeah!
Obviously, just like the other two.
The goats. Unky Poo can move. Look at that.
I'm still fucking over like we're gonna win this one.
And this Optic team has been under so much scrutiny because they have not.
That was the Lord and Savior. The Messiah. The Legacy Savior. Mercules. This is Hook the Nuke. One of the best motherfucking SMGs in the game. Not really, though. He just did really good last year, so we kept him around. Costed us the Modern Warfare 2 championships. But it's okay, we're back-to-back Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops 6 world champions. You know what I'm saying? This is a 58-minute documentary of the Dark Side of Championship Sunday's process. The process is awesome. I just realized this dropped 3 hours ago, and I'm going to be a nerd. Fuck you, you're going to watch this with me.
Not got that championship this year. They were getting into some dynasty talks. To stay in those conversations,
I'm going to turn that down, though, because that's loud as hell. Look at this fucking snipe. This shit is god tier. Fuck, dude. You're a virgin pigeon? I literally fucked 2 weeks ago.
We've gone 7. Optic have been here before. Is this now the difference? Do they walk home with a trophy?
If we end up placing second for the next 7 years until we win another world championship, then that's what the job fucking demands.
Mm-hmm. That's what the job demands. I'm King David the process, bro. Close is enough, dude. They're back to back to back to back. Second place, second place, second place. These motherfuckers are Silver Surfer bitches right now.
He's got to hunt him down. Ghostie's got to stay alive. 2, 1.
Oh, y'all are going way back with this. This Modern Warfare 2 series got costed.
The more annoying part about losing is just waiting to prove yourself again. So it's just, we're in that phase of just keep doing what we're doing and then just get ready for the next one.
FaZe Vegas are your Major 2 champs, so let them know.
If we don't win, it doesn't matter. We could win every match, but then lose finals.
VIP is fuck and continue. Oh, mother's bipolar?
A lot of people always just talk about the fact that I'm getting towards, the latter half of my career, and they're always wondering, like, oh,
bro,
like,
Dash.
It's gonna be the last year. Is like, oh, are you pissed about maybe losing
No.
a tournament that you're not gonna have many more of them? I don't really look at it too much like that, just because
He's so-
I pretty much won every.
He is the oldest player in the league and is still to this day one of the best fucking shooters in the league. He is the most accurate shot in the whole league, and he's the oldest. Granted, he's only 27, but he is the oldest in the league. 27 and being a professional gamer is insane. Insane.
Everything there is to win in COD. I mean, obviously the quantity of it is different, but I won a world championship, I guess at EWC now, majors, MVPs. So I'm not looking at it like, oh, I have to win, or it's all these opportunities, you know what I mean? It's just, I'm always gonna try to win. I'm gonna give it my all, but if we don't win, it's not like I'm devastated, oh, like this was all for nothing. Because at the end of the day, like I still get to do what I love every day. I still get to, play for the team I love every day. So it's not something that I'm just gonna look at the fact that, oh, we didn't win, so it's a complete failure, you know what I mean? It's just, I guess that's too one-dimensional way of looking at it. So I don't think about the number of chances I'm gonna get winning with this team, just because, nothing's guaranteed.
What storm? Oh yeah, but you look at that. It is rated. I would have never known. I'm done with my food. Anyway,
Guaranteed, you know what I mean? Like, we're not guaranteed to get to another finals just because we made the first couple. We're not guaranteed to win a tournament because we won win champs because we won champs before. So it's just kind of just taking it a tournament at a time, and even really day by day. Just, I don't really look at it too much, like into the future, like, oh, I'm like looking forward to this tournament because of X reason, it's just, I'm obviously always going to believe in the boys, even if we haven't won, just because, I mean, we've won champs actually, and EWC. It's not like we haven't won, it's just, we haven't won a major this year. So it's just, when people are like, oh, they've never won, it's Black Ops 7, you know what I mean? And it's not over yet, hopefully. Obviously, it's not
over yet.
Because we're all competitors, we all want it. It's not like we don't believe we could win. It's not that at all. So it's just a matter of, just time and.
All right, let's go back, right?
I mean, we don't have many.
I'm sure you'll
tournaments
see
in
him
the
eventually.
Season, so you lose one, you gotta wait until the next one, and then it might take a month, might take 2 months, whatever the case may be, but you just gotta wait. But what I picture the moment of this team winning again, I don't know, it'll just all click again, kind of just.
The team that they have now on Optic is damn near like legacy level of skill type team. They are by far the best team in the league. They just keep choking grand finals. Like, there's qualifier matches that you have to do to get to these major tournaments, right? And depending on how you do in the qualifier matches determines where you're at in the ladder of the, for the brackets. And they always go undefeated. Undefeated. The tournament hits, they go to LAN, and when they're on LAN, They go undefeated every map, hit grand finals, lose. They have been second place every single tournament this year. Every single tournament. Fucking heartbreaking, dude. I don't even have a storm shelter. Can I move in, Pidgey? Shit, bro. We can watch Optic Texas get second place again, dog.
That's how it felt last year at Champs.
That's them winning world championships last year. Because they did that last year. They're world fucking champions. Back-to-back world champions. 2024 and 2025. Now they gotta do it again in 2026. But I don't think they're gonna. I hope so.
I don't know when that will happen, but
Like I would.
still believe it. I know it's going to happen. It's just a matter of time with us. And I know the moment's going to definitely be, it's going to be pretty cool. Maybe a little bit relieving too.
Major League qualifiers.
Apparently, I already played them with Troy.
What? No. Really?
And he said they ran. He said they warmed him up with Troy, and they ran up C9.
Oh, like they ran C9.
Who better, Bams or Scums? Expensive. What? Scump? Oh, Scump. 120%. Bams is a cheater. 100%. Scump? He is a world champion player. He is a 30-time major tournament winning champion player. 2-3 times gold medal X Games fucking winner. And then turned around, played Warzone, and won the World Series of Warzone in 2020 for fucking $100,000. Scump is the king. End of story. He was on the Optic roster for the professional team before he retired in 2022. He played for 14 fucking years on a professional team, the #1 professional team. Scump is God. Like, you don't, like, when it comes to Call of Duty and a face for Call of Duty that's a player, it's got to be Scump. Nobody else. Scump is the face of Call of Duty. I'll take that shit to the grave. I will fucking argue that to death. That little nerdy ginger bastard. You know he's actually only fucking like 3 months younger than me? Bams is a proven cheater. He's been permanently banned. He's been permanently banned. Now he's playing on another account. Bams is a cheater. And he doesn't play against professionals. He plays against casuals. And he 2-boxes. He 2-boxes. 2-boxing is literally where you fucking sit there and you match up with a shitter account and you go through the skill-based matchmaking and then you have the shitter account back out the match so it looks like you're playing with a bunch of randoms in a bracket that is not your skill level. So he purposely gets into matches with a bunch of literal paraplegics and fucking like mental retards and shits on them. And acts like he's God. He's a cheater. It's been proven.
Troy. Something like that.
The mindset going into the stage is honestly just...
I'm a nerd. Trust. I'm a nerd. Trust. Trust. I use my son to 2-box. I use my son to 2-box. When I pair up with my son, I have him search for the lobbies so we get in his games, right? And then on top of that, when he plays on my game, he fucking tanks my stats so hard that the next time I hop on, I'm guaranteed going 73-2. Guaranteed going 73-2. You have no idea.
Expanding our map pool. The new maps obviously came out, so the main focus is on that. I think at the first week or two, we didn't really want to play them.
I think our gridlock definitely got pretty good. Sake still needs some work.
I'm not saying Bams isn't a skilled player. He's skilled, but his credibility is trash because he has been caught with hacks and he's been caught 2-boxing. And instead of just being a fucking man and saying, yeah, I did that shit for like entertainment purposes, because, you know, YouTube, what do? Nah, that's not me. This gotta be an issue. It's fake. They're making up some accusations. Nah, dog, it's been proven. You just got perma-banned by fucking Activision, dude. The game developers, the game creators said, you know what, this motherfucker here, he's actually cheating. Ban him. And then he goes and then, you know, gets his little whitelist buddies. Oh, shit. Yo accidentally banned me, you know, typity. Hey, guys, you banned me. I'm a top content creator, blah, blah, blah. Oh, shit. Unban. Bro's a cheater, dog. Bro's a cheater, dog. Through and through.
But yeah, so focusing on the new maps and also in SMB too.
Kids just went off. He's just lost the ball. You see?
How does Exit die here mid though? Oh, he gets ran.
He's got an easy. That could be what he's like saying. This fucking doesn't fucking go.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely had to like lock in a little bit more going into this stage because the gun change, map changes. You moved a little bit faster with the sub, so you definitely had to lock in a little bit more on you know, the little things.
You saw a lot more just sub play overall. Could swing the maps in just different directions. So you kind of just had to get used to it, adjust to it, and also just learn with everybody along the way.
Wow, I'm counting off this monster, bro. Probably kill Lucas. I'm like, Dad.
That's that to you?
Hi, Dad. Let's build some walls, yeah?
Let's take it to him.
You think right now he would do still boxes, Skyler? I mean, like, you think right now, like, if you were to go back,
You're like a bro, he would full box, break our wall, take our wall, fucking cone us, trap us, and then fucking shoot us.
You don't think we can?
You know, Bams has a video out there where he 1v1'd
Kill once.
Dashy.
I might be able to kill him. I don't know. He's a controller player.
Bro, I'm gonna
He was good, bro.
Bro, I'll just Kyler.
What are they talking about?
Just hold the wall and I'll shotgun the fuck out of him.
Welcome back to the Call of Duty League. We're here for a 3-match Sunday, and it could be a swift one, so lock in and prepare yourself for some highlights.
Dashy's birth.
That's Dashy. Bam's 1v1 that guy. Bam's 1v1 that guy.
Birthday today. Happy birthday to Big Bruce. I think he's turning, what, 27?
Yeah.
He's the oldest in the league right now. That feels so weird to say.
Oh, that's good. Cool.
The guy before him that was the oldest in the game was 31. Fucking Clayster. Why do you have to retire?
Sutter. I have the back.
Hey, you just gotta stay alive for Mercury. So if you're C9, you desperately need to stop the bleeding. You desperately need to lock down these spawns.
Oh, guys, dead. Another one here. Yo, intergens, hide under thing. All four.
I don't know. I just feel it more real when you play in public lobbies. Nah, because that's all skill-based matchmaking algorithms that you can literally manipulate at free will. If it was like old public lobbies, where it was just open bracket matchmaking, you could play with anybody of any skill level, then yeah. But if I were to sit there and I were to try super hard for 10 games, the next games I play after, because it goes based off your 10 previous games. It combines all your like skill ratios, how you, so it goes by skill-based matchmaking and engagement optimized matchmaking, right? So they go based off your skill level, which is your KD. And then what they really go after is your engagement optimization, which is how you move in the map, where you aim in the map, how quick you react in the map, how like where you stand to aim to shoot in the map. Like they go down to the T and they figure out, oh, okay, so since you do this all the time, and other people also do this all the time, which tends to be obviously like the better thing to do, they pair you with the people that do the better things all the time. So all you have to do is just find a way to get around the algorithm so you don't get paired up with people that you play with or that you play like all the time, and you just fucking play with the most bot-ass, re-ass motherfuckers, and you can slam them. It's so easy to get around. It's so easy to get around. Like, all I gotta do is play with my son, and immediately I am 10 times more good than I appear. Just by playing with my son. And that's why people don't like playing Call of Duty anymore together, right? Because two people tend to not be of equal skill. So if you were to play with one of your friends, and your friend is worse than you, yeah, you're having a better time, but your friend is suffering, because now he's also playing people that are slightly better than him. So your friend, even though he plays like a god in his lobbies, he's now getting absolutely slammed for playing with you. Why would anybody want to do that? That's why nobody plays Call of Duty together anymore like they used to. It's a fucked ass system. Basically, Call of Duty's made now to just be you hop in the game, you play solo, you get in, and you just run shit. That's all Call of Duty's made for at this point. Playing with friends is detrimental. It sucks.
That's gonna be a
It sucks for those who aren't actually good.
2 kills, but the Hellstorm to force them indoors, walk right into the pre-aim of the rest of his teammates. And Optic on the final push here from C9. And
Black Ops 1's the best. I'll take that to the grave. 3-1.
It is Optic Texas taking on Boston Breach.
I know you're trying to do right now if you're Boston because the win condition is here for Optic. Contest until we can't lose. You have pressure from the front. You have pressure from the alley. You just need to stay alive a little bit longer on the time. And it's the nuke who's able to line up 4 in a row.
Hoop, the last one standing, finding everything, secures the series.
Another win. Look at
Has
that.
always been beat down in this series by Optic.
Oh, on Mercules. He already had the 1v1 clutch. Might be a 1v2 clutch. Mercules with the re-wrap. Mercules waiting for the chow. Goes in and wins it.
Nice. Well played.
3v2 for Optic. Let's try to shut it down. 20 seconds to go. Dashy, great damage in. Tags up both. Time dwindling. Joe Deceivs is gone. Insight. Well, we'll see you punching later.
For example, Reaper, you still here? How the fuck do you get a job commentating? So the commentators are actually ex-pros that played way back in the day. So Reaper, remember how I played Call of Duty with Asylum? Were you there for that? So, do you remember how he was getting absolutely mogged in the game? Like, he was getting slammed. And we were playing a game mode that he plays. And I played a game mode, which was the game mode he plays, that I don't play at all. And I was going, like, insane with the fucking scoreboard, always at the top. That's because skill-based matchmaking paired us to have an equilibrium where he and me, since we're paired up, it pairs us with people that meet in the middle for skill level. So I was being paired with people slightly worse than me while he was getting paired with people slightly better with him. So he was getting slammed the whole time while I was having a great time. That's the downside of skill-based matchmaking, is you cannot play with friends because it will punish the person who's not as skilled at the game. But if he goes and plays by himself now, because he got shit on those like 5, 6, 7 games or whatever we played, I guarantee you he's gonna do so goddamn good because the game will be like, oh my god, you did so bad. We need to make sure that you don't stop playing the game forever. We're gonna throw you a bone to make sure you have fun and you get your dopamine rush. It's fucked up how the games work these days.
Plenty to go through here. Lots and lots of good history between these two teams in this short season already. Dashi with the MPC rocks his way.
I'm doing all right.
Yeah, if he was having a bit of a slow start there with the AR in the first few hills, well, he loves P4 with this MPC. Give him the buy spree, and why not all 6 the main?
What even happened? He died it like.
They're just the best. Look at
Let's
that.
get it on, boys and girls. We are in El Clasico here in the Victor 3 qualifiers.
That's the thing, though. You should get the dopamine rush naturally. You should want to get it from actually doing things and being good at it. It shouldn't be an artificially created thing that's given to you. It's where it's like, okay, we need to artificially create an equilibrium to manipulate your emotions. That's what skill-based matchmaking is. They will punish you for doing too well all the time because they don't want you to get too bored with being the best in the game. And then they will, oh shit, we realize now that you're not having fun because you're leaving games, you're getting stomped too much. Now we're going to throw you bones and give you easier lobbies so you could do good again. That's the fucked ass part about matchmaking algorithms. And every game you does this. Call of Duty, Fortnite, you could fucking put some people in Fortnite, they think they're doing good, but they're, the bottom 10% of the skill bracket. I guarantee you, if I were to hop in a fucking Fortnite game with some people, I know damn well I'd have the time of my life and they would just suffer. And I don't even play fucking Fortnite, I just game. So I naturally know how to play video games. Your dopamine only reacts to your things that ruined them in my 20s. I mean, natural dopamine is something that just doesn't go away. It's not. It can be blocked, but if you're sober long enough, then your brain just rewires itself. Adios.
Lobby He wins this one-on-one. He's going to block that maximum, but he gets sniffed out by Shotzi. Now this Hellstorm isn't going to connect on anyone, and Optic had the chance to win it here.
Let's fucking go, baby. Come on.
Here we go, Al. Here we go.
Why not try it again?
Trim? Yeah, I trimmed it.
Round 11. Here we go. First trades are in, but the defense holding strongly. Mercules gets 2. Mercules for 3.
Fucking go, baby. Fucking shit, kid. I don't know what happened.
Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Shotzi. Welcome to another 5-0. Come on.
Can I just get an iced coffee, please? Black is fine. What do you want? You're good? Yeah, the road to the Pro-Am was, it was crazy. I mean, we definitely had a harder time than I think most people would have anticipated. I was sitting at home super stressed. And then the Elite starts, and we kind of do this complete 180 where we're not losing matches.
Nice, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Go.
And then you turn around and you drop Swooty, you fucking dumb shit.
Come on, baby. Come on.
And I'm watching the S&Ds, and we're clutching, and somehow, some way, the team, in the span of a week, just flipped a switch. And next thing you know, we're in the grand final. So I didn't really...
Because Scump doesn't... He doesn't... See, like, that's what makes Scump the GOAT, right? He doesn't 2-box. And he only plays with other pros. So he's always playing the highest skill level players. That's why he crashes out. Because he knows that he's being fucked by the algorithm. Because he's always playing the top best players. Which... in a game like Call of Duty, the top skill level players in a game that's full of cheaters is mainly cheaters. So he plays and shits on cheaters in public matches and in ranked, because that's how good he is. He's always being paired with cheaters and the top skill players. It's fucked. You kind of look like Pete Davidson. Yes, I've been told that thousands of times.
Really, it was such a turnaround, and that was definitely a special feeling to qualify for the Pro-Am.
Make an upset at the major.
Now look at JC. He thought he was going to do jumping jacks. So what does that mean, guys?
Scump's a real competitor.
Playing that grand final.
You don't gotta work around it.
Grand final, but I felt really
He thrives off that
really
shit.
Good. I think a lot of people were counting them out, and I guess I can't really blame them based on the way things were
turn
going,
my vibrator
right? Like,
on.
I definitely think out of the 4 Pro-Am teams that showed up, if you were to ask the entire Challengers landscape like 2 weeks prior, who would be at the Pro-Am, I don't think many people would have said us. Maybe no one besides the team and maybe me and Formal and the people here.
Come on, let's fucking go, man. Come on. Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go, man. Let's fucking go.
The Pro-Am was like very important for us, and I think
I don't know. I don't find that shit
some
fun
flack
though.
about, I guess, the direction
I
of the
prefer
Huntsman. But to be honest with
authentic
you,
players.
I'm very happy with what we've done.
I don't
so
like
far
people
with
that
Huntsman. Like, I guess the way I put
manipulate
it
their
is, in a
audience into
perfect
thinking that they're
world, if
better
we could
than,
guarantee
you know,
to
others have
constantly
something
have unknown
that's,
talent,
you know,
that's going to also be competitive.
fake.
I would do it 10 out of 10 times. The reality is that's not easy to do. Like the Neum and Kips roster was that. I think it's important to the Huntsman and the entire story to be involved in the big moments. And the Pro-Am is one of those moments. Champs is one of those moments. Hopefully EWC is one of those moments. The one thing that I promise is to try and be as transparent as possible. Like our goals might move, the way we think about the team might change, but at the end of the day, I think we're trying to make the best decisions possible. We're trying to field winning rosters that are in the conversation, while
What's
also
up?
giving you guys a...
I'll pause this real quick, okay? She ever caught cheating? Want to see my attachment? Oh, that's 4 years ago. Fans got exposed for cheating. The truth. Yeah, see, the truth. Uh-huh. Yeah, you fucking hacking piece of shit. Bam's perma-ban proves they're all cheating. Bams got permanently banned from Call of Duty. That is the same video, okay. Bams is a liar cheating in Call of Duty. Bam's banned permanently. Call of Shame destroys Bam's in debunk video. Bam's got exposed. Oh, it's the same shit. Alright. Bam's permanently banned live on stream. Banned live on stream. Bam's caught in massive cheating scandal in leaked footage. Activision confirms Bam's was cheating. FaZe swag banned. They're all cheaters, dog. Yeah. They are cheaters. They are cheaters.
To look in, right? Like, it's important that we at least tell the story and like why we're doing the things we're doing. And
because the people that watch him in his videos, that play with him, that are randoms, they don't fucking know better, dude. They're just regular ass people going throughout their day. They don't know what the fuck toolboxing and all this other extra shit is. And half the people that play the game don't even know about the matchmaking algorithm. They just play the game. They just hop on a game and think they're just playing a game. They're not realizing that they're being, you know, manipulated behind the curtain. That sometimes you play these kind of games. Sometimes you play these kind of games. And if you play with these kind of people, then you get these kind of lobbies. And if you do this, you get these kind of lobbies, you know? Like, people don't think of this other shit that actually happens.
we'll probably change our philosophy a bunch of times, and that's just challenges. It's a crazy world. It's a lot different than the pro world, but I love every second of it.
He's walking out the crib. He had a twisted his ankle. I was at the facility. I didn't see it. It's a big lump on it. We'll have to show you guys. It's bad.
It slipped and fall, man. I don't know what to say.
I was messing with them last night. We're gonna walk on stage. They're gonna go, Huntsman. They're gonna go, Johnny. He's gonna go.
What happened to your boy, man?
It just happens whenever I'm not around to take care of him.
We're headed to Atlanta. One of our boys just got, thank God it wasn't the wrist or something that he sprained.
That's Daddy Hex right there. He's the owner of Optic. He founded this shit back in the day with his homies. Back in the 2000s, not even the 2010s, in the 2000s. He founded this shit.
Unbelievable. I'm an expert in bent feet.
Have you ever been to Atlanta?
Yeah, I've been to Atlanta, I don't know. I'd say probably like once every other year.
Okay. What do you think of it?
I love it.
What's good, plug? Hey man, just get my personal, I guess wheelchair, We're gonna be good though, trust, we're gonna be good.
As long as your thumbs work, bro.
Hey, my thumbs work, don't matter, bro. I'm be sitting either way.
Yeah, we're in Atlanta. I don't know what we're doing today. I know we got dinner, and then after that, I don't know what we're doing. Probably just chilling. Tomorrow we got some scrims. I don't know who we're playing. I think Toronto maybe. We had a good set before we left. So yeah, looking forward for the tournament. Gotta get that done, man.
Come on.
Outside is back to what it was, you know what I'm saying? Atlanta, tell you about my run, you know what I'm saying? They so down for me, got a point, you understand.
We are in the Georgia World Congress Center. We're here at DreamHack Atlanta, behind the scenes, before the doors get open. Today, we get to grind.
Wait. Are we playing the same open area?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, shot. This is like OG right here. Yo, this is the same venue. Am I tripping? I swear I've been here.
We play right there?
I've been here. 100%.
Definitely watching some CS. I'm just gonna wonder if it's me and Zy, we're probably playing hard to get this weekend. I saw him, he saw me. I know he saw me. And he's in the strat where he's pretending like he doesn't know who I am, so we'll see how it goes.
Oh my god, I'm Bojan.
Alright, so are you guys ready for us right here?
That's it.
That's it first.
Thank you.
That's it first, right?
Hey, how's it going?
What part goes in your ear? This part? You put it behind your head?
Yeah.
And then I'm not gonna lie.
Wait, it's just the whole thing. There's not
this?
There's not a thing on it.
It goes. Well, you start with this, and then.
No, I know how it works.
Well,
I got the same. I have mine are the same thing.
What? I can't hear shit, dude. Wait, is it not in? I can't hear shit.
Oh, you gotta wrap it around. You gotta wrap it.
It's in
Oh, like the back part.
It's not,
The other side.
it gets in way better. The other side like that. Because you want to wrap like this.
As long as I'm sound horny.
No, that'll make you sound her better, trust.
How do you know? How does Perk know? Is he sounding?
Because I use IEMs.
Bro, Perk's been sounding. Yo, this PC might be ass. Look at this shit. Waiting for inventory still.
Look at that.
Might be starting early, Damien.
Watching the dark side of Championship Sundays, the process with Optic Gaming. These are the guys that I watch all the time. That's my team. And they are the back-to-back World Championships of Call of Duty. 2024 and 2025. This year, they have gone second place 5 times in a row in tournaments after going undefeated the entire stretch. Yeah. It is painful to be a fan. But they are undeniably the best team in the game right now. Even still.
It might be Team B.
This might be starting early, bro.
Might be a Team B event.
I can't hear shit, dude.
Venue's pretty cool. It reminds me of some old.
That's a
MLG
coach right
vibes,
there.
similar to the last one.
That's not the main
I
coach.
do like
That's just
I do prefer the center stage.
one of the coaches.
Like I said in the last process, but this one's still cool.
They are number 1 in the rankings, but they choke on tournaments. They choke. They get second place. Right now, there's fucking silver surfers.
At least me and Damon don't have to keep going in and out.
This guy right here,
walking to the center.
You can't even see because
I just want to play well. Like we just want to get the games going. Like pretty dead. We're just gonna have some scrims today.
Guy
Kind of a
right
chill
here.
day, but tomorrow's when it really starts.
The moment we've all been waiting for is
That guy's
here. Welcome to
one of the
Atlanta,
best players to
host
ever
of
play the game.
DreamHack Major 3. It's the Call of Duty League, and we have a jam-packed studio.
Expectations heading into Major 3 is to win. We want every single one, of course. You know, that's what you gotta strive for as a player. But yeah, this one we definitely, I could say we came a little bit more prepared, talked through some things, you know, obviously after Major 2 and then even at the event, I feel like we were more, you know, ready to, I guess we really wanted to win that one, yeah.
I'm back, boy. You used to make me fall more, bro. My luggage fell on the escalator at the airport. Getting the girl, I would feel so bad.
That's Kenny right there, yo. This guy right here, Kenny. He won World Championships with Optic back in 2024, but he's not on the team anymore. But he is a World Championship winner for the Optic team.
Just tumbling down. Yeah, she was like, ah. I was like, trying to give her calm. Yeah, I was like, I'm so sorry. But she kept saying, I'm good. But I knew she wasn't good. Like, that shit literally fell. I was like, thank God you didn't get a carrot. Just like faking an injury. But we got off the escalator. She started walking fast as hell. I know she was like.
He started underperforming. He was doing actually really terrible the following year in Black Ops 6. He started just doing bad. So, you know, the team was falling apart. Like mentally, they were chalked. They went 0-18. They didn't win shit. 0-18 for map count. So he decided, I'm going to leave the team. He left on his own free will. They go through, they cycle some guys, you know, in and out the team. So they went through maybe like 6-7 players down the team through that fucking year. I picked up this one guy named Merc. It was the guy that was on the picture of the Discord for a while. Let me see if I go back a little bit, see if I can see him. This guy. He was the picture on my Discord, my profile picture. They picked him up. Immediately, they become godlike. Immediately, they become godlike once they pick up this guy. That's why they call him the Legacy Savior, Mercules. Kid is a beast. Here, I'll show you the shirt. Hold up, I'll be right back.
She was like, ah. I was like, trying to give her calm.
Y'all Loki twins? Because we're
But
white?
she kept saying, I'm good. But I knew she wasn't good. Like, that shit literally fell. I was like, thank God you didn't get a carrot. Just like faking an injury. But we got off the escalator. She started walking fast as hell. I know she was like, my elbow hurt.
Shit, I feel insane. I got like an hour and a half of sleep. Let's go. I feel insane.
You got a long day ahead of you?
That's the GOAT. That's the king right there. That's the king right there. 30-time championship winner, world championship winner, X Games gold medalist, fucking 2020 World Series of Warzone winner. This, remember this right here? Look familiar? That was the picture on my Discord. Yeah, that's Mercules. I told you, I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd over everything else.
It's a long day. I think the matches end at 9:30. I don't know when they end, but it's gonna be long.
He looks like my ex-park.
It's gonna be a long day.
Nice.
But it's a major, so it'll be fun.
Yeah, this is your first one of the year, right? Or,
Yeah, first major for me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm hyped. Get to finally feel the energy in the room.
It's crazy to think that I'm only like 3 months older than him. And this dude's fucking life is like crazy as shit compared to mine.
Not just
Fuck, man.
be at home. You guys play.
Should have played video games more as a kid.
1-1. You play Omit? Who's on Omit? Oh, that's those
DK, the new kids, and then Aspect and Denta. Denta's been around though.
Yeah, I remember that.
Going into this major, it was a little bit different than the other ones that we go to, just because
my ex, I found an actor that looks just like him.
It was also Pro-Am, so it kind of felt like an old school MLG event, and it was definitely fun to play. Refreshing, just because you just play so many more matches.
Who's top 3 to ever do it though? Scump. He's arguably the best to have ever done it. 100%. Like if there's a Mount Rushmore of Call of Duty players, Scump is guaranteed. Karma is guaranteed. Formal is guaranteed. And it'd probably be between... Oh no, Craig, I guess it gotta be Crim6, yeah. I guess it has to be Crim6. Because Crim6 won the most. Karma won the most, like, world championships. The fastest. Like, right now, if you were to see Karma... Because right now, Karma's the coach of Optic. This motherfucker has a gauntlet of like world. He's got 1, 2, 3 that he played in by himself and won, right? And then he's got the 2024 Optic Ring and the 2025 Optic Ring. So this motherfucker has the Infinity Stones on his fucking fingers, dude. Like he's like, oh yeah, everybody's like, look at my world championship ring. He's like, I got 5. Like holy shit, aura farming, dude. God damn. So, Karma, Crim6 Formal, yeah, that's basically the Optic roster of fucking back in fucking, dude, they were, so Optic had this thing called the Dynasty, right? And it was Scump, Karma, Crim6, and Formal, and these guys were literally untouchable. They would win everything they touched, except for World Championships. They choked a few of those, but they won one in 2017 in Infinite Warfare. These guys... They were called the Dynasty team because they were the best team for multiple games straight. Like, I'm talking Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, Infinite Warfare. Like, they were the team to beat. The team to beat. They were feared. It was like, fuck it. It was, what a time. Y'all just had to have been there. Y'all just had to have been there. Y'all, you don't know. You don't know. Scump was literally him. He was him.
There's so much more going on.
We got Omit. Right now we're about to warm up against C9. And yeah, about to play a Colossus warm up. Should be a banger. Gonna be flying everywhere. But yeah, looking forward to today's match. Play against Omit. After that, G2, Seattle, some shit like that. Yeah, the first time pool play I've ever played in CDL.
You talking about Pomage? Austin Pomage? The sniper that was on Optic, then phased, and Optic, then phased, and Optic again? Yeah, he pretty good.
I think, right? Yeah.
He fell off, though. He's not as good as he used to be.
Or maybe third time, actually, because we had 2 EWCs, so yeah. Looking forward. Hopefully, we slam everyone.
Listen, this is an interesting one to kick off the break. It's David versus Goliath. If this was David's little brother who weighed 60
Nah, no
pounds,
Cybertruck. No Cybertruck.
This is a lopsided matchup. It feels like this can only go one way.
Ended up 3-0ing them. They played really well.
They played them tough.
This guy is 27.
But Optic Texas simply too strong.
And then G2.
The main thing is, with the double elimination group,
This guy is like 21, 22. That's Mercules.
have already won. G2 have already won. You win here,
This guy is like 26, 25.
you're into the bracket.
And then that guy right there, he's 24, 25. Like, yeah. They're not like kids. They're all grown adults, yeah.
It went like round 11 Plaza.
Round 11 and one of the goofiest search and destroys you're ever going to see. No one wants to give an inch.
We ended up going to the other website with Mason Streak and everyone.
This dude has the best movement in the game, and he's the 3-time world champion. 2020, 2024, and 2025 world champion.
Like, woo.
Come on, Optic!
No way. They should be booed by their own fan base.
Absolutely.
I mean, a lot of the times you're up top in the corner. Well, that's why they went here.
That makes sense. Okay.
Red Julius has a hellstorm.
It's still an illegitimate round 11 win.
Yeah, no, it really is.
Illegitimate.
Like, that was cool and all, but, like, come on.
Illegitimate. Illegitimate.
Hey, but we got the job done. We got the job done. Ended up winning that, and then obviously minute up from pools from there.
Group A first seed.
That's good, baby. Can't lie and say I'm not nervous, but
They dropped this kid off the amateur team, and I'm mad about it.
once the game starts, once I get that first kill, all the jitter's gonna go away. The energy going to that major was, I mean, through the roofs. Obviously, we were super excited.
I need to get a new car, I'm not gonna lie. The day I do, you know I'm showing it off.
Like a ton of support behind us.
It's gonna be
a great feeling. Like
the day I get a new car, it's gonna be not like a used car. I'm getting a brand motherfucking new car, dog. 100%. Brand motherfucking new. And it's going to be like a Toyota.
being able to come play in the Pro-Am, show our potential, show a reason why we belong here.
Like mentally, I believe I'm like pro level. So like when I play against people who are pro level, like I don't know, just
Probably
gives me
Toyota
extra
Corolla.
motivation to try to beat them.
You still need to respect the challengers teams in this bracket. Koi doing that, of course. Very exciting. Can the Huntsmen come out swinging and maybe hold a candle to Toronto Koi?
There's definitely surreal.
All right, honestly, we don't care about the amateur shit, so I'm gonna have to skip this.
Winning at one point, I think, and then
We only care about the pro, not the AMs.
Around the Rosie of the vehicle. Come on, Johnny.
It's really annoying because of how well we play.
I would say at least for Omer Brooklyn, I bad.
To be honest.
Yeah, so going into the bracket, kind of just business as usual
Alright,
for us.
back to the
kinda know
pros.
What works for us, what doesn't.
Get a
First
Toyota
match,
Corolla
we had Miami
or
and
Camry. Those
we
two
knew
cars
that,
are like
we were gonna get some
real
maps against
reliable
them that
cars.
They like that we also like to play, and then it was kind of just going to be like a matchup of who just plays their best maps better.
Here we go. Optic Heretics kicking it off on Bravo in the second match set of the day. For Optic, listen, for those of you
I haven't seen Daryl in a while. I honestly hope he's not like dead.
That map 1, what, you go to a round 11, you win by 1 in the map 3. Certainly tested, but still cruising. Well, Shotzi gets picked by Nate. This will be the roar from Heretics as they surge on board. But how many plays have we seen from this block? You can pop 2 or 3. You have infinite finesse. It feels like if there's any help or trophy coverage, and well, Dashy, he is shooting right now. Way too easy. Another break for Optic.
He hasn't been
Miami
here.
being cut to pieces. Miami just sometimes they get kills and they're too slow to make plays for the objective. Playing around map control, sometimes playing around kills, and Optic just know if they're decisive, they'll make them pay.
1-0.
Well, here we go. Let's meet on A. Smokes out, Gunny's up. Who is up is Mercules. 1 versus 2. He had
1
several
versus
punches
2.
here yesterday. He's yet to find his first kill, but what better time than now? There's one close, and Mercules does it again.
Fucking go, King. A bomb, another one. They're dead. One shot. Literally a bullet. Let's fucking go, baby. What a chess game from the boys.
Shotzi is still inside your base. No time left for this to get done. Optic will win it in 3-0 fashion. You get the bracket play. Once again, they are perfect.
Fucking go, come on. Good shit.
We didn't really know where we matched up against them because we haven't played against them in like, it felt like a while. They're just a weird team to play against. So beating them 3-0, we were just like, yeah, I mean, they play
We
weird
don't
and
like Heretics. Fuck Heretics.
Doing good. Clean 3-0. Ran him in the hard point. Only outslayed them, I think, 5 kills. And it was like a 100-point differential. Plaza search was clean. We knew how they were going to play it. And Scarvelon was, pretty clean, honestly. So, pretty clean series. It looks like Falcons up 2-1 here, so we're probably going to play them right up next.
Playing against Falcons, again, they're kind of in like the Miami boat for me. They play a little bit unorthodox, a little bit different than the meta COD, so we kind of knew that we could get tested again in the series. And
Do I think I could take Banks in a 1v1? In a modern Call of Duty, 100%. In an older Call of Duty, probably not, because that's the games he literally still plays sometimes. And I haven't played an older Call of Duty in like a decade, you know? But a modern Call of Duty, 100%. 100%. I'm not a bad player.
That was kind of the case.
It's been back-to-back perfect runs for Optic Texas through our winners brackets, but here in Atlanta, they've dropped a few games. They're about to take on a tough opponent that no one had in their original brackets. The Falcons are the team with the perfect.
This guy right here, this is Pred. He also won with Optic a World Championship ring in 2024. Same thing. Remember how I said they went through 5-6 guys back in 2025 from Black Ops 6? He was one of the people that was on the team and also got dropped for underperforming. So him and Kenny both got kicked off the team. And then Hook was brought in and Mercules was brought in. Which sucks because I like the old roster better than the new roster, but I can live with it.
Okay.
They still won champs.
They're one team that you never really know. They have good players. You never know how they're going to come out in a match. You know, they're not easy to read.
Well, here we go. Den Set Destroy, map 5. Let's get it right into this one. It's all about who's going to make that first mistake. Fred falls into the trap.
Take that, Fred.
For Mercules.
Back and forth, they're wondering where these players are going to be. He's checked a few angles as well, and Dashing is a great angle on him at the same time. Kismet looking for the player. Where have they gone? He does not know. Optic Texas throws it down, and that was just an information blackout.
They're looking for it. 2 versus 2. Wondering where they're going to be. Dashing gets him with it, but Celian has the AR. And Hugh looking for.
The fucking best. Let's go. Yep. I'm about to shot out there, so. Yeah, one guy's their door. I'm about to need him. Still there. I got naded.
Yeah, it was just funny because, like, from my perspective, I'm just playing, you know, and then I see, like, something, like, fall on me, and I was like, okay, weird shit happens all the time on me stage, like, I'm gonna just stay locked, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't think that, but, like, that's kind of, like, the vibe I was going, like, whatever, like, you know, the lighting, weird lighting, whatever, I don't know. And then, boom.
He's there. I hit him with the knee.
I think
you got the retake.
I felt something and then boom, hits me. I was like, I screamed, I think. I don't know. I'm pretty sure you're gonna have a clip, but yeah, I was like, what the fuck? And then the weird part though is I didn't know what it was. And then I see Tanner, the guy behind the camera, and I was like, bro, like what the fuck is going on? Cause like he's like this. It was just a weird moment for me too. Yeah.
Tree. One was back there. I'm trapped.
For context, dude got stung by a wasp mid-fucking tournament and then proceeds to rip a dude's head off and then kills another guy. Like, you'll see.
Small weak. He's still small. Nice, go, baby, come on.
See?
Yeah, what was that? A wasp?
Mercules, Shotzi, Celian. Mercules looking for one. Find it going for the train well. Still staying alive. Celian down to a 1 versus 1. 20 seconds left to go. It's Shotzi versus Celian.
He's got it.
Who on earth is going to deal with this one? Well, it's Shotzi. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, look, watch. I'll rewind it just a little bit, alright?
Yeah, what was that?
What the fuck is going on? Cause like he's like this. It was just a weird moment for me too. Yeah.
Tree.
Go back a little more.
Felt something and then boom, hits me. I was like, I screamed, I think. I don't know. I'm pretty sure you're gonna have a clip. All the time on me stage, like I'm gonna just stay locked, you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't think that, but like that's kind of like the vibe I was going, like whatever, like you know, the lighting, weird lighting, whatever. I don't know. And then boom.
See, so that falls on him. Now watch over here. Oh, you're not gonna see it. But you saw that right there, what back past his head?
I screamed, you know, the lighting, weird lighting, whatever.
Look by his head.
And then boom.
Oh shit. Here. You saw?
And then boom, hit
a wasp. Fucking got his ass.
Me, I was like, I screamed, I think. I don't know. I'm pretty sure you're gonna have a clip, but yeah, I was like, what the fuck? And then the weird part though is I didn't know what it was. And then I see Tanner, the guy behind the camera. And
so like this, he got stung by a wasp, right?
Like he's like this.
And then this is what he does, right? And when he gets stung by a wasp, he rips a dude's head off, jumps through, kills a guy, and then they finish the round right there. See? And they're all like, what the hell just happened? They're all looking at him like, are you good, dude?
A wasp?
Wasp. Hercules, Schultze, Fred, Celia. Hercules looking for one, going to find it, going for the train as well. Still taking a life, sending him down to a 1 versus 1. 20 seconds left to go. It's Schultze versus Celia. He's got it. Who on earth is going to deal with this one? Well, it's Schultze. Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go! Come on!
They're not a bad team. They're actually really fucking good.
Right there, yep.
What's happening? I got stung by a wasp. What? Mid-round. Yo, your life's a movie, bro.
Bro, that is the most insane shit I've ever heard in my life. Bro, I would have been. Wait, how did it feel?
Bro, it hurt. It just like right now, like it feels like nothing. Yeah. But in the moment, bro, that shit hurt.
Oh yeah, but look, you thinking about it is giving you like goosebumps.
Yeah, I'm thinking because it's wild.
And now look, it's probably like got bigger. Look at that. Look.
Bro, what the fuck? There's like a little like. That is it's getting bigger, low key.
Yo, the ref was like, Kyler, you good?
Bro, I see something fall on me, bro, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck was that? And then
Sunday, man. You know, sunlight. Kyler got bit by a wasp. Falcons is such a weird team, bro. Like, they're one of the teams that, like, the way they play is not correct, but, like, it works for that team. You know what I mean? So, playing against them is
Optic
always
carried by what?
Play against Toronto tomorrow. You know, they've been looking good in this event, so should be a good one. Yeah.
What about?
Huh?
Gotta be 0-8 against
Yeah, that's the plan. Hopefully, knock on any wood. Wood right there.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. and
Winners
welcome
Finals
to
versus
Championship
Koi.
Sunday from beautiful Atlanta, Georgia. The World Congress Center has been packed with some of the best fans in esports. DreamHack living up to the hype as we are in standing room only scenarios here in a sold out crowd.
Another chance. See if we can close it out this time. Third time's a charm, maybe. But we're confident going against Toronto first winners finals. But hoping for a long day here. Get the W for the first win. Wait for the next match and get the W in the finals.
Nervous as usual. You know, no, been doing this since 2009, competitions and all that stuff. So I don't know. I don't even know what number of competition this is that I'm attending. I mean, just Call of Duty alone or any other esport, it never gets, like, you always have this angst because you can't help. Once they get up there, like, it's on them and only them, and it makes it hard because you can see everything happening, they can't, so you're like helpless. So I don't know. It's a weird dynamic.
Battery critical.
Like behind the scenes, still to this day, you know, and I've gone through it all, literally. More losses than wins, I can tell you that. What making it to every single Sunday says about them is that they're good enough to win it. That's it. That's all I have to say. So if they don't lose, if they don't win it, then
Charging battery.
You do good in practice, doesn't matter. You do good at a tournament, unless you're first, it doesn't fucking matter. I mean, if there's an improvement, sure, but our improvement is winning, right? Because there's no, if we were in third, okay, our improvement will be second, but we're second. Our improvement will be winning, and I have faith in the fact that we're going to win. We'll just see when.
And this Optic team has been under so much scrutiny because they have not got that championship this year. They have failed on 2 Sundays so far. And when they first formed, they won the 2 biggest tournaments of last season. They were getting into some dynasty talks. To stay in those conversations, they need to walk out of this arena with the trophy in hand today.
Yeah, so we're playing Toronto and kind of had their number as of recently, but we still understood that, you know, this could be the day these guys beat us. These guys are a really solid team, and if we don't want it, they might just grab it. So we kind of have to bring our A game, and as long as we play our game, play confident, we should get it.
Make no mistake, Optic have had their number all year long. The Des broke down perfectly. Online, on land, hardpoint, S&D. Their record is spectacular. Toronto, this is the uphill battle. They got to climb the mountain. There will be no shortage of confidence for Optic on this main stage with Gridlock, a novelty. The new addition in this stage. Question is, which one of these teams has learned faster? Into Gridlock hardpoint, not the anvil of battle. This is an absolute battle. You're just looking for a degree of separation. Optic in this moment trying to keep it to you. 2 in the feed, Insight able to pierce it, but he's last man standing, and who takes care of business? Toronto now, a bit of a painful spot. Final 20 seconds go to Optic. Nice.
Yo, stay on. We're coming front.
Back.
We have your front. Nice.
Time is just ticking here from Optic. It is 2.
The only reason why Optic even heard about is because Nadeshot's Cup, and yes, and they were both on the pro team like this, but back in the day, they were both COD pros. They were YouTubers on the side, That's what got them famous, was the YouTube. But before, like, even before they cared about YouTube, this is what they were. They were pros in the league before the league was actually like a franchise league. This is what they were about. It was the 4v4. This is where the best players go to play. Not, you know, YouTube pub matches. That's where entertainer goes to play. This is pub. This is fucking pro shit right here.
Big of a lead. We are starting this one off on Gridlock.
Huh?
Right pocket, getting that one.
These are pros. Oh, all right.
Going up, going high, looking for the player at the wall. The back, but that will take him down, but it's still a good opportunity. Gibbs to fly as well, and that is a wonderful pistol to the face of Gibbs.
And it's a reset as well. Shotzi, 0 time wasted right on top of it. Gibbs down low. The man that's going to be in the right spot needs to be the guy to stop this. The hero for the team for having the ball. Cannot get it done. Stressing out, tension's rising, heart is pumping inside right now. The teammate support is just not there. You're waiting as long as you can, but you cannot get it done. Optic, you've done it. Secured the overload. 30 seconds burned off the game clock. Optic just now making their first move.
Massive buzz, but Shotzi's going to go for it as well. Shotzi smells like the water and strike like a python. 45 seconds.
You do know, like, these guys make millions of dollars. Like, this is that serious. Like, in order to be a pro, it's like NFL. You have to get contracted into a team. You get a salary. There's prize earnings for how good you do in these tournaments. Like, this is legit fucking shit.
For Optic. They want to kill. Toronto have decided to.
That's what I'm saying.
Smoke down again. It's going to be everybody. Kinnix still running for his life. He's outnumbered massively as everybody's flying. He finds the button. We're not getting away. I don't think Texas put their ticket to the grand final. Nice.
Grand finals. Harky. Another grand finals that they fucking lost again. Back to back to back to back fucking second places. What the fuck? What the fuck? RIP FaZe. FaZe has always been trash. FaZe still has a pro team though, but I never liked FaZe. Green wall all the way.
It's such an obvious. It's so obvious.
Yeah, basically, yeah. I'm like, that's why I didn't want to play, because it's so obvious.
It's a good late activate though.
Exactly.
FaZe me. I don't even know who the fuck that is.
P2 side.
Yeah. Sounds good, man. Not a single one. Not
That means a lot.
Quit yelling.
Going
I can't. Nah.
I remember being a little kid, not even like wanting to become a pro, and
when they won the world championships last year.
You know, the fact that I'm able to do it the last 5 times.
The world
it's definitely
champs.
something that like I appreciate, just because like it's hard. I mean, we're playing against literally the best players ever, so being able to do it this roster feels good.
And that's the World Cup, Esports World Cup.
It means a lot, because I don't know, I've been through a lot of ups and downs. I feel like we didn't get to show how good you were.
This is heartbreaking. This was Modern Warfare 2 2022. This is the Hook guy. Oh, so you can't see, okay? This is Hook. He got dropped after this. They kicked him off the team. And then there's Dash, right there, Dashy, Shotzi, and then this guy is a guy named Ghosty. He's not in the team no more, clearly. Okay, he off the team. So those two got dropped, and they bring in Kenny and Pred, but they win the 2024 World Championships. 2026 rolls around. Pred gets dropped because issues with the team. They bring back Hook, right? And then Kenny, he starts performing bad. They drop him and they bring in Mercules. Then they win 2025 World Champs.
To even have the opportunity to play in this amount of grand finals.
So it's like, who got his redemption?
And like actually, you know, be on stage and, you know, be in front of the crowd.
That is game. That is Optic to the grand final.
Yeah, we're not, you know, we haven't won yet, but
Second place.
doesn't mean it's not going to happen. And plus, we're getting these chances, and we get to do what we love. So, yeah.
It is time for the grand final. This is the matchup we waited for what felt like all of last year.
Make some noise for Optic Texas and the LA Thieves.
I obviously, you know, just like the other two, I still felt confident like we're gonna win this one.
We had everything. You had 3 O's, you had 3 1s, you had 3 2s. We're being tested every, you know, left and right. Yeah, I definitely felt like it was really determined that we were gonna win for sure.
This is more than just a final. It's a collision of culture, of dynasties in the making. This is your Call of Duty League Major 3 Grand Finals. Optic Texas and the LA Thieves, and it starts now.
They pick up some solid time here. Hook gonna try and get in and take a fight, clear him out of the point. He turns that into a double. Hook kicking in the face. Shotzi picking up one as well. Suddenly it's Mia alone in the back. Shotzi and Hook, the dynamic duo.
Come in. I have 10 minutes. They have to go front. Come in. That's one. I'm blocking. You guys another one, 10 minutes.
Dashie gets to the heady. How many teams? Comes in behind his thumb. That one was gonna be painful.
Oh, dude, this clip right here is so gross.
Let's fucking go, baby. Come on.
Into a 2 versus 2. 35 remaining. Yeah, I feel like he's taking 12 shots to the forehead. Finally drops Hydra. 20 HP. Wins his fight. Tries to finesse. Gets a pistol tag in.
Nice. Let's fucking shit go, baby. Another first blood out of Hydra. BZ is there for the trade.
Dashie did so fucking good this tournament too.
It puts him down. Out of scrap. Can he get on the board? Well, not with the cooking knife out.
Nice. Let's fucking shit, boys. Let's fucking go, baby. Come on.
Yeah, this is replays from the finals from Major 3.
This week. Doing a good job dancing with him. Great damage over.
This is on Optic's channel. This is what Optic's channel looks like now.
That was the difference on the map. Just not in the play over and over again, and it is top big. Put a bait.
Mid-side time.
I have all middle.
Are we blocking?
I'm blocking. Yes.
Nice.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be Dashie. I'm telling you, at some point he's gonna have a triple to close out this map.
Ahead, it will be Scrap. He'll be the one to try to get forward. They gotta go quick. Try to sneak through. Johnson's gonna be behind. They have to get in. Somebody's gotta win a fight. Can they get it? Not gonna happen.
Nice. Oh my god, this shit's getting fucking wicked.
See, and if this was a best of 5 like the old days, this is where they would have won right here.
We haven't seen a ton of it.
And it breaks my heart. This is the like craziest play I've seen in years. Look at this shit.
1 versus 1.
If it was still the old format, that would have won them the finals. That shot right there would have been their championship right there. But it's best of 7, so they lost.
That is just insane. I don't know, one of the best snipers, one of the clutchest search players of all time with a big-time play.
You got shit on.
Now up 3-2, map away.
Go, push up the left for me. Quad's dead. One stop broken off the floor. Pick up. Mid cut. Neo dead. Goes back left. Stay out left. Chop. Their side chop inside. They're gonna be in the back. 2, 3 front blue. All 3 front blue. I can't stop. Good to go. Let's go. Go straight. Focus. Go straight. I'll kill him. They're top left. Shop. He's going for more now. Did you shrink or our shrink?
It's our shrink.
One guy's already through our base, I think. He's trying to go top.
I got
We still have time. It's fine. You got it, you got it. Other guy's top broken. He's on ball. On point and top broken. On point and our top broken, boys.
Opportunity for Optic to make the play. Everything is going to matter. Shotzzy finds you one. EMP has been scooped. You're in a sea of red. No opening for Mercules.
Where is he?
Shotzzy can't turn it into multiple. 5 seconds left. Hoop the last one that can touch. And baby, we're going all 7.
That streak is so annoying, dude.
We've gone the whole way. It's a best of 7. We've gone 7. Optic have been here before. Back to Major 1. Fell short. Is this now the difference? Do they walk home with a trophy? Map 7 Atlanta. Here we go. Thieves. Optic for the trophy. For the chip.
Yeah, shaved. A collab to start. A collab to start. Play that shit back. Play that shit back. A collab to start.
I'm trying to get moved.
I got her. Watch out,
they're gonna hit. I'm back up. I have P1. I have P1. I have B cross the bomb. I have B cross the bomb. You just shot 10. You just shot 10.
Nice.
Stay low.
Let's get the push.
Nice.
One more. Outside dojo. Outside dojo.
That's on me. That's on me. Hercules gets you another one. Plays his life. Abisi though shuts down Dashy and Chows. Hoop up to the task with 20 HP. Scrap trying to hunt it down and finish that kill. You don't finish Hoop unless you're at the bottom of the map. Start to push it. You might just trap these players in there. They have nowhere to go. It is going to be a 2.
So fast.
Hercules is going to get caught. Shotzzy is easy one, but he's not going to get away with his life. No way, no how. Dashy just tries to move it to the middle. Oh, hi. Freebies. Pistol. Not able to connect. Hyper gets it. Hoop it out, try and clutch. He's taking a shot. 60 HP. Can't finish off Scrap.
He knows Hydra's on the other side of the map, so he's trying to isolate a 1 versus 1 while he can. But it's another 1 versus 2.
Oh, what in the hell is happening?
It is a map 7 of a final.
Are you kidding?
That is what's happening, but it doesn't matter. Hydra has his back.
Had to hit that. Even if he hit it, still would have been so difficult based on the time.
Still have an 8, yeah.
8 hit that. A beautiful nade. 5-2 to Thieves. 1 round away from lifting the trophy. It's a party. Hey. They're here. Shotzzy doesn't finish the kill, and then finally does. Hercules.
Where's
Neem to the rear? Neem gonna get traded out. 2 for Hercules.
I mean, they set up that trap if you're LA Thieves, and somehow you're down a man, but Scrap is here trying to close out the tournament.
No. Scrap closes the game. Thieves take the chip.
There's so much stuff going through my head when I'm just that feeling of just taking off your headset, taking off your earbuds. You kind of hear the other team get hype. See the confetti fall. You see just the groan of the crowd. It's actually one of the worst feelings as a competitor, is just being that close and then coming up short.
I've experienced that the last 3 times we've played, and where I look to my right, left, where we're at on the stage. Or
a single goddamn thing that I'd rather be doing than to put a team on stage and to compete as best as we can, no matter the results, and in chase of greatness. That is what you have to go through. You cannot enjoy the wins without suffering through those losses. And anybody that runs away from those losses and doesn't sit there and in shame and doesn't sit there in feeling like a loser the way that we did for that stretch last year, then second place, not good. First loser. But it's also not last place. There is a balance, and as much as second sucks, as much as third sucks, it's still better than nothing. At least you have a little bit more hope, because when we were hopeless last year, that's when the best turnaround happened. So if you're telling me that this entire year we're gonna come in second and then win champs, then I'll take that. I'll take that any year, any season. Obviously last year, 0-18, it's probably the lowest I've ever been as a competitor, easily. And then now this year with just the 3 seconds in a row,
that's also probably either the second lowest or it's trying to fight for the first. It's just weird, man, because as a competitor, like you experience the highs and lows, and it's so like volatile. Like it's just 1 month it's like the ultimate peak, like you're walking on water, you won champs, EWC, like you're just the best team in the game and everything's just going your way, and then another month and you're just 3 seconds in a row. It's like, what the fuck just happened? Like, you know what I mean?
They're very different, super different, because going 0-18, it feels like you have no hope. It literally feels like you are just so dog shit and you have no hope. But I think like that.
Rational. On the next episode.
There's a lot of different ways it can happen, but the team wanted to make a change. I mean, I think what makes it very difficult is, of course, that it's someone that, not gonna lie, everything we want in a Huntsman player.
My experience playing with the Huntsman was amazing. You know, obviously teams, they collide, you know. I'm not gonna say it was always perfect. We had our disagreements. I just can't wait for the future.
Let's see if they got. Yeah. Oh shit, that's right. Let me just. I could just fucking put this shit on Bluetooth mode. This is Miner 2, which, of course, against the same team, they got second place. See what goes on here.
Alright guys, Hutchcomic again. I hope you're doing well and enjoying your day so far. After another second place for Optic so far this season, Formula's given his perspective on what he used to do as a player when he was winning everything, and he was arguably the most feared player in the league back in the day on the Optic Dynasty. Formula is maybe drawing some comparisons. What was the case back then? What was the case for other players at the time that weren't necessarily succeeding? And what he sees today in the server at the top level of the CDL. Is he making a statement about what we see sometimes on Counter-Strike between these top quality players? Romots, through to your thoughts on the comments. Hit the like button if you enjoy. Subscribe if you are new as always. Lots of interesting things to get into today. Of course, Hydra has been cooking again over the last few weeks. Whether, you know, it's recency bias to say that he's back in form or whether it's all to do with the new meta, that is certainly a discussion that we're going to have in a second. I did see also this tweet here coming out of Dante Zib, or what do they call him again? Nonchalante, that's right. He says, one thing on my mind, must improve. So he does these tweets every so often. We'll see how the Paris Gentlemates get on this weekend, because they've got 2 more weeks of matches to prepare for their home major out in Paris. And well, once they get there, they will have the home
Major 4 does take place in Paris, so the next tournament will be in Paris.
To get eliminated and to go out, I'm sure that the French crowd, at least to some degree, would be kind of keen for Hydra and the Los Angeles Thieves to go on and win the tournament. And I think it's pretty inevitable that come the off season, Paris will be hitting up Hydra and saying, hey, how you know, how much do you want to come and play for us? We've got Joe Deceives for you now. This is an angle. I think it depends how well Thieves do, right? And there is a lot of talk about that Thieves roster right now. The current team that they have, obviously Niam has stepped in and done a great job for them over recent weeks, last couple of months really. I think he's been making some progress. That has certainly continued. But Scrap and Hydra, they're the stars of the show over there. And I know there were some questions. Where do they sit all time, right? Like as a duo, how good are Scrap and Hydra compared to others? You know, frankly, it's not been long enough, I think, to say. They don't have enough tournament wins quite yet to make a clear, compelling case. But certainly in the CDL era, they are one of the more feared duos that we have had. And we'll talk more about that kind of, let's say, fearing players in a second here, because Formal definitely has a lot of history when it comes to stuff like that. But everyone's kind of wondering, because Scrap and Hydra are out of contract at the end of the season, as we understand. Of course, Natured is going to want to keep them. Does he sell the house to keep them? Maybe, maybe not. Depends how the end of this year goes. If they win champs, like let's say Thieves win champs and the World Cup, they probably won't. It's very difficult to do that. Optic did it last year, so who knows? Let's say they do. Obviously, they're going to want to keep playing together. But sometimes money talks, right? And we've seen this in the past. Even Optic teams, maybe, but certainly FaZe teams. Like when FaZe won champs in Cold War, I'm pretty sure, and this happened multiple times, I think, they were told, yeah, guys, congrats. we put a lot of money into you guys this year to get this result, and it's paid off, but we can't afford that money again. So if you want to stay together as this roster, then you're going to have to take a pay cut. And, you know, they did, because they wanted to stay together as a team, and fair enough. And on Thieves, we could have a similar story again, where they do very well, they kind of want to stick together, but Paris come along with a $600,000 bag for Hydra. Falcons come along with a $900,000 buy for Scrap, or whatever. Or they try for both of them, who knows? Like, it could change the game. I don't know how much money Thieves have to compete with that, I think is the question. So if Thieves don't literally win everything, I think their team is cooked, because like they're going to get poached. And then out of contract anyway, and Thieves just won't be able to match the offers those guys are going to get, probably. And even if they do win everything, I still don't think it's a guarantee that they stay together regardless. But of course, time will tell on that one. The reason why this word is on the thumbnail is because Karma was having a few comments about BenJ Naseem. Of course, we talked about it yesterday, the state of the vetoes in the Grand Final. The fact that it was a Sake game one, of course, a good map for Optic rather than a Colossus. Of course, they've done well on Colossus. And of course, Karma knows more about those decisions than we do. He knows more about why those decisions are made than BenJ does. So, you know, that is just how it is naturally, that of course the team, the environment in the team is known better by the team themselves than by the commentators from outside. Again, Karma doesn't think this was a valid discussion to have. Is that BenJ doesn't know what he's talking about here, and they have good reasons for why they made those decisions. We'll see what they decide to do when they make what feels like their inevitably next Grand Final at some point, which, well, probably will be at the next major based on the way that things have gone. But of course, how do they get over the line in these Grand Finals? Formal, as we've said a couple of times so far this video, was in his day probably the most feared player. Like, I even shared that video briefly at the start of today, which in the first video, when they were asked like, who has the most aura. And most of the guys here say Formal. And I think certainly as a player, that is probably true. And everyone knows that Formal, in his playing days, he was all out for winning, and he would do everything necessary to make that happen, even when it came to how he was perceived and also how he would team hop, right? I mean, back in the day when Formal first joined Optic, a lot of the Green Wall consensus at the time was, damn, this guy just snaked about 5 different teams in a row, kept team hopping to better and better rosters, and now he's going to do it to us again. But obviously Optic, as it turned out, were top of the chain, so he didn't, and then it worked out very well indeed. But you can see, you know, people know what, especially the players that played against Formal in his prime. It was, well, there weren't many players who would have Formal's number at all. In fact, it was typically the other way around. And Formal goes into some detail on, to some degree, how he kept up that environment. Of course, now he's retired, it's a different story. But back in the day as a player, as Formal says in this clip, he would, if he was playing 8s with the other pros, he would not be getting in there early, talking to the other players, you know, yapping with them, as he describes being buddy-buddy, you know, and all this. He would turn up, he would just say, right, like, who are we playing with? Who's my team? All right, let's run it. And was not friendly with anyone unnecessarily outside of his own team. And, you know, that led to this kind of, okay, there was a little bit of a difference there. In fact, if you guys are British, because I don't imagine that any non-Brits will know what I'm talking about here, but famously in snooker, when Stephen Hendry was in his prime, he wasn't friends with anyone. He didn't want to talk to any of the other players. Like, they all thought he was super cold, and to some degree he was, but also that was part of his strategy, right? Like, when he was at his best, he wanted to be considered as like, damn, this guy is like, he's just different, you know? And as soon as he started to get friendly with some people, he feels like that's what actually led to him falling off, whether that's fair or not. So Formal makes these comments about like what it is to win, what kind of mentality you need as a player, how you should be perceived by others to be the best possible version you can be. And whether he is, you know, he doesn't talk here about Dashi specifically, but given the fact that we now have an Optic versus Thieves, those are the top 2 teams. Those are the finals games. Maybe there's something in there for Dashi to think about.
Well, BenJ's just retard, man. Like, what other maps did he want us to play? Like, actually. I fucking hate people who literally have no idea what they're talking about. Vetoes. Yeah. Is it? I mean, Ben's the same retard will say, oh, why did they play Colossus first map? Well, I don't know why Optic's playing Colossus in first map. Maybe they should try something different. Well, we broke that fucking narrative at the last major. Ben's probably also the same retard that thought the Falcon series we shouldn't have played any of those maps. These maps don't look good for Optic. It's like no one ever cares what we're good at. Like no one ever cares what we're good at. It's all about what the other team's good at.
Which players Takeover or Blackout was the most impactful in the league? Only say one. Either like Neem, Abizi, or Paco, probably.
You know, those guys are beasts for sure.
You need to instill some sort of battle mentally happening all the time. Like you have to do that in order to win tournaments consistently, in my opinion. To be like a dominant, have like a mental grip on your opponents, you have to do things a certain way. Like even when I was winning, I wasn't going into TS's. I'm not saying any players do this right now. I'm just saying this is just how I felt. When I was winning a lot, I wasn't going into TS's being buddy-buddy with everybody. I was going in there, asking if teams are picked, and deafening out and saying poke me when teams are picked. There's always a reason. Like, there's always a reason. You, like, need to understand, like, the moment, really. Like, you have to even, like, the practice regimen, like, the way you're scrimming teams, the way you're playing these teams in online matches, they're giving away free things, you're losing confidence, like, or letting other teams get confidence against you, like, it all plays a part in the long run. It like all plays a part, dude.
So we know that Dashi, Scrap, and Hydra, among others, they get along very well. They're good friends, right? And it's not like that has to change or whatever. But we know that they've played a lot of Counter-Strike together recently, including with Formal, right? That's like a common... Those streams are very entertaining indeed, and they have been for a long time. But equally, it is crunch time of the season now. There may be an argument, and Formal, you know, may or may not be getting at this exactly, but certainly in his day, he wouldn't be doing this. Like when the Optic guys were playing CS just for a bit of fun, they were playing with each other, right? They were playing as a team. They weren't necessarily playing with their chief rivals in the server. And yeah, if, you know, Dashi wants to play a bit of CS with TJ Halley, who's not a threat in the Pro League, sure, no problem. But, you know, to be, well, as Formal kind of implies, being buddy-buddy with some of your chief rivals might not be the best idea at crunch time in the season. Not to say that Dashi's going to delete his number and all this, and maybe you guys don't think this is a big deal at all, but I think to some degree, this is what Formal's getting at. And we also know, because Formal literally said this, as soon as they came back from Atlanta and they lost at the major, he sat down with Dashi in a TeamSpeak for the next couple of days, talking about it, and he was like, yeah, Dashi's got the right mentality towards these things. We don't know what they said, but we know that Dashi was frustrated the fact that they lost Atlanta, especially the manner in which they lost. He was doing it all, and it didn't matter in the end. They still lost the tournament. And whether Formal said anything like this at the time, I don't know, but it's just one of those things where Formal was just different in many respects to like many other players that we've ever had. But there's also a reason why he's still considered very highly, and it wasn't just his skill, it was the way that he was perceived by others. Like, there was definitely an element of certain players felt like they'd already lost when they were spawning into Formal in the server. Like, they're spawned in against Formal, they lose the opening gunfight to him as the main AR, and just mentally they're compromised because they just feel like this guy is just a little bit different, you know, like he's some sort of mythical figure in the server. And that was kind of how Formal defined his persona. Obviously now he's retired, it's a different story, right? But maybe there's something that Dashi can, like, I'm not expecting Dashi, Scrap and Hydra to be running CS together a couple of weeks before Champs. I expect them to cut that out.
Optic fell off? How?
Well, you know, this is...
How? They're back-to-back world champions. And esports World Cup champions.
What Formal's getting at, and we also know, because Formal literally said this, as soon as they came back from Atlanta and they lost at the major, he sat down with Dashi in a TeamSpeak for the next couple of days, talking about it, and he was like, yeah, Dashi's got the right mentality towards these things. We don't know what they said, but we know that Dashi was frustrated the fact that they lost Atlanta, especially the manner in which they lost. He was doing it all, and it didn't matter in the end. They still lost the tournament. And whether Formal said anything like this at the time, I don't know. But it's just one of those things where Formal was just different in many respects to like many other players that we've ever had. But there's also a reason why he's still considered very highly. And it wasn't just his skill, it was the way that he was perceived.
Nate? You mean Nadeshot? Who the fuck is Nate? And even then, when Nadeshot left, Optic became a better team. they formed a whole dynasty and went on like a 3-year destruction, like fucking ran shit forever. Nadeshot was holding Optic back. If you're talking about the pro leagues. We're talking about content? I guess. Nadeshot was statistically the worst player on Optic, though. So how is that even, like, factually true?
By others. Like, there was definitely an element of certain players felt like they'd already lost when they were spawning into Formal in the server. Like, they're spawned in against Formal, they lose the opening gunfight to him as the main AR, and just mentally they're compromised because they just feel like this guy is just a little bit different, you know, like he's some sort of mythical figure in the server. And that was kind of how Formal defined his persona. Obviously, now he's retired, it's a different story, right? But maybe there's something that...
He's not the wealthiest. Scump is the wealthiest. It's not even close. He's the best off-Optic player. What does off-Optic player even mean? Bro, Nadeshot is a dog shit professional player. Like, it's like very well known that he's like, he's alright, you know. He's not like the best by any means. Like, shit, everybody on the team was better than Nadeshot almost all the time. FaZe is the best? Ah, you trolling.
Dashi, like, I'm not expecting Dashi, Scrap and Hydra to be running CS together a couple of weeks before Champs. I expect them to cut that out. And I think as well they should from both sides. But especially arguably from Dashi's side because, well, Optic are the ones who keep losing. So I don't know if you guys think there's anything behind that, but intrigued to your thoughts as always in the comments below. I think it's also worth quickly saying these are how the rankings look since the NPC meta. So over the last couple of stages, it's Thieves and Optic, pretty much. FaZe are actually 9-8, remarkably, with an absolutely dead even series or game win. So this is map win-loss. Gentlemates are 8-8. You know, Heretic 7-8. Cloud9, I mean, you know how it is. It's the usual suspect. It's not changed anything like super radically. In fact, Falcons are 10-6, so are Koi. But Optic 15-3, but Thieves 17-3 since the NPC meta has come into effect. So very much enjoyed your thoughts on all this stuff in the comments. Hit the like button if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. Take care, and I'll see you next time.
picks. Miami. I tried to tell y'all. I tried. I told you guys months ago that this was in the works. They didn't want to believe me. All the intel accounts were saying I had bad intel. Ronnie, CDC, CDL intel. They were all yapping. But here we are in Miami. Finally pulled the plug. And Trakes, not only did he not get benched, he got terminated. Trakes got terminated from his contract. He's no longer with Miami, which I think is a big talking point. And they bring in Real, which is obviously Real. He was, that was home to him, and then he ended up leaving, going to Toronto. He tried to do something else, didn't work out for him. He got sent to the bench, sent to Challengers, and now Real finds himself back with the Miami Heretics. So it's all coming full circle. Matt, I'm going to fix your cam here, but let's start with you, Matt. You're the special guest, so, you get first dibs. I mean, what did you think about Miami benching Trakes? Because a lot of people would argue that he's one of their better players.
I mean, yeah, I would argue that too. I think, I don't know, like, the lore of how Miami, like, how well they did with Real last year. They got, they got, like, a top 3 or something?
I think they were...
I didn't mean to be so rough.
Like, a couple top 3s, top 3, top 4.
Top 4 champs, and arguably should have made the finals of the WC.
Yeah, okay. And then, like, what's their best thing this year? Like, top 6 or, like, top 8?
Maybe 8.
Maybe top 8?
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, I mean, they've had such bad land placements compared to how they were doing online that I feel like they just felt it's a comfort pick, right? Like, I don't think they made the right choice in benching, or I guess terminating Trakes, but I think a lot of people wanted Metal's head. I was kind of in that same boat as well. Metals does play a hard role, so I kind of get it. So the stats always look bad.
Man. Stop shitting so hard.
I think Trakes is just the same player. But I think it's just a comfort pick for Miami. They feel like they can get, back to these, like, late Saturday, like, nights with Real because they've done it before.
Yeah.
And I mean, all these bad placements in a row, they just had to make a change, right?
I mean, it's got to be a chemistry thing, maybe. Like, the only argument
I don't know what
I
to
can
tell
maybe
you.
see from them is them trying to go back to their old ways.
Don't get a
because of the
prolapse.
placements they had last year and just trying to find, like, that chem. But I just don't know if that's going to be enough.
Put
I mean,
some
Ray,
ice
what do
on
you
it.
think? I know
We're
you
in it.
coached a lot of teams. Does that matter? Would you rather stick with talent? Because I know me and Matt talked about it a little bit yesterday about, I'd rather get the talent first and get as much talent as possible and then kind of go from there. But do you think roles is going to be a problem here? Do you think that they're trying to leaning more towards chemistry? Like, what do you think it is?
I mean, chemistry would be the only argument for this.
It might be.
If you really think about it. Like, Real didn't have the best start to the season when he was at Toronto. The Trakes has been obviously performing pretty well for them. It's hard to tell from an outside perspective, really, what's going through their heads to feel like this is a change that's actually going to take him to the step forward. Like, the chemistry between the players, for sure, is something that can't be undermined, right? Like, that's always a thing. I would assume things.
I hate horizontal streams. You're missing so much. Like, there's people over here, there's people over here, and they're like talking about it.
Part, at least you would have to think from an outside perspective, since we didn't really see.
I don't know why people like vertical streams. I really don't. You're missing out everything.
There's some, like, emotions in the cam.
It's just because y'all don't want to, like, take the phone, turn it sideways, and type.
Get fucking pissed on.
Yeah, what?
Hey, yo.
But I think, to me, like, we've talked about this a million times this year too. Like, collectively, I think the team is being close, but is still seemingly a little too kill centric. I don't really see this change necessarily changing that. I think their approach to how they've tried to accomplish things has been inconsistent, and there are times where they've shown, like, especially when the meta change happened, I felt like these guys were pushing pace. They started playing Colossus Hardpoint. There was a lot of changes to what seemed to be in the right direction of
pushing
finding
pace.
They got second in the minor. Like, they were obviously capable of playing well, but it seems like they just couldn't find a consistency. So it changes where they went with it. Is that the right change or not? I guess time will tell, but I don't know. To me, the change is just a little odd, especially given the timing of the year.
Yeah, Dylan, I don't know what you think about it, unless there's something that we just don't know from the outside looking in, because I do feel like there's always some things that is kind of just in-house stuff. But
yeah,
I mean, as far as Trakes is concerned, I mean, he's been a stallion. Like, he's been in challengers. I feel like he works hard. I feel like he's just, he comes in every day, just brings the energy and just does whatever he's got to do. He's a good guy. I don't think there's any really controversy with him on the back end. I mean, what do you think about it?
I mean, I'm a big fan of Trakes, and to be honest, I think this is very good for him. Like, this is honestly perfect, because I don't want him to get stuck in that Miami box, where, like, all these Miami players, maybe Rancor gets picked up by another team, but the rest of those players, they kind of just have to team together. They're kind of stuck together. We saw when Real tried to leave home, how that went with Toronto, but Trakes getting out of there early and not just getting stuck with those players he's going to be with the Bush now. He's going to be talking a lot more English. It was funny yesterday. He literally told the team, he's like, listen, I haven't called out one map of this game yet in English, so it's going to take some time. We have to go over the comms, but I think that's really good for him for his future because he went on that team. He showed everyone what he could do. He was arguably Rookie of the Year at one point, a top 2 rookie sub alongside Lurks. So I think it's going to take him further now that he's going to be in more NA circles, get comfortable with other players, and he could eventually get onto some better pro teams. Because for Miami, I think last year was probably their best chance to win a major. And then this team and like this roster, unless they get a bunch of new players, I just don't really see them winning a major with a full Spanish roster, to be honest. Like Black Ops 6 was the best chance, and they couldn't even do it there. So I think this is really good for Trakes' development as a player and going to push him along way further than rather than just getting stuck on Miami.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think, Donnie? You agree with that take? I mean, they didn't even bench him; they terminated him, so he could do whatever he wants.
I agree with pretty much everything that was said. Like, I feel lucky to even get him on our team. He's been frying. I mean, we won both of our games yesterday with literally 0 practice, and just looking at the eye test, watching the screen. I mean, this guy's obviously too good for challengers, you know. So, yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with him. Hopefully, he could just win an event for the Bush and go into next year and get an offer from an actual good team, like how Dill said. I mean, this guy's good. Like I don't really
enjoy while you can. I
don't really know him too much as a person. Like I just learned his name yesterday. Was Nico. I don't know anything about him, but I actually was the one who was DMing him and reached out to him, and he was very responsive. He was like, "Yeah, I mean, if I don't join the Bush, shit, I'm going back to Latin America and just lagging the fuck out for the rest of the year." I'm like, don't do that. don't do that, Trey. You should definitely bet on yourself, Bet on yourself, believe in yourself, and, just go out there and play. So I'm happy to get him.
Wait, Don.
What's good?
That was actually crazy. You had to bring a really good rookie CDL pro just to beat the Stush. Think about that.
I'm not gonna lie, Dill. I think if I play, we will still beat the Stush. I'm not sure.
You would not.
I think we'll still beat the Stush.
You would not break the Fruity Nocus iron. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm not gonna lie. That iron is like the weakest iron I've ever had to go against. Like I've had to go against insane.
That's friendly
iron.
fire, Don. What the fuck? That's Stanley Bush.
Bro, what you mean? He started it, bro.
Yeah, it's true, Dylan. What the fuck, Dylan? Why you keep attacking people?
We'll match up again. We'll see.
I pray we do.
We're in this together, guys.
Yeah, nice little bye.
Yeah.
All right, hey Benjay, I want to talk to you. You look like you're slouching over there. You all right? You doing good over there, Benjay?
Yeah. I was just trying to solve this Stush situation while you were going on.
No, you're good. I wanted to ask you, Ben. I wanted to talk to you. Obviously, Trakes, getting sent to challenges and stuff. There's a lot of teams around here that could be using some players. I mean, I think there's teams that could be making some changes. I mean, what do you think happens next with Trakes? What do you think about this decision? I mean, what are your thoughts, Benjay? Go ahead.
Well, I think Trakes got hard done by what's going on at Miami. So with respect to him, I think Bush is a really good landing spot from a short-term standpoint. I think they're a very competitive team. They're going to be one of the favorites to obviously win the Paris Open. And then I assume they're going to have enough points to qualify, and at this point, for Challengers champs to be a favorite there. And then if he stays with the team, they'll be a dark horse team at EWC. And we've seen last year with Omid, Challengers team can get out of groups, make it into the bracket. And I think long-term for Trakes, because he played so well on this stint, and as long as his teammates kind of vouch for him going forward, like I think he's got a good shot to get on a good team next year. Like Toronto, we'll talk about them later in the show, is a type of team I could see taking a chance on Trakes in the offseason. And, he's staying in that kind of T6, T4 level of squads, moving on, developing in his career. So
yeah,
I don't mind this Bush move for him. I think it's a good landing spot.
Yeah, but I wanted to ask you, because we talked about it a little bit yesterday, and I wanted to bring it up again today, just the ARs on Miami and kind of like how they operate and how they play. And we were talking about this a little bit with Toronto, because I was talking about maybe Neptune going to Toronto. We'll obviously get to that because there's a lot of roster stuff going on. But people keep bringing up roles and 2 ARs, 2 subs, and all this stuff, when I could argue that, sometimes you run 3 subs and sometimes 4, right? I mean, do you think the ARs are going to have to change the way that they play? I mean, you've been there before. You've obviously ran an AR at the highest level for many years. I mean, what do you see in Miami's camp from the ARs that they could be doing better?
I feel like their ARs are like too individually skilled to like not be winning more maps just off like how well they shoot. They just move too slow, man. They're just like way too slow at the times to be fast, right? Like usually when you watch Miami play, at least the last one, like funny enough, a lot of their like explosiveness came from Trakes, right? It's like popping a piece, sliding out somewhere, getting 3, like just looking really cracked, and then like they kind of move as a unit. But like they kind of are a little too teamwork based at times, where they're like, I'm not going to push unless I got a teammate here. But sometimes you just got to go do it yourself, you know. And I don't think they really understand that, like, to the core. Like, you have to do stuff on your own sometimes, and do it for the team, not just like go kill Horde, whatever. But I think they could be a lot better than they have been. I'm not really sure what
shit. That's what I'm fucking saying, yo.
I think they're just kind of focusing on the wrong things.
Yeah, I feel like I just don't understand, and Ray, maybe you can add on to this. Like, when they're watching back these games and watching VOD, how are they not seeing like some of the things that we're seeing in terms of just, because I agree with Matt. Like, it seems like sometimes at times when they get kills, they should be taking space, and it just kind of seems like they're in the mud, and they just make the game harder on themselves. It's just a harder game. I just don't know how they don't feel that in the game, you know?
I think Matt pinpointed it perfectly. It's a sense of the line moving forward always seems to stem off one or two players instead of, I don't care what gun you have. If you're at the front of the line, you need to go if it's your turn to go.
Yeah.
Like if we had kills, like we need to push space regardless of who it is. And that's, I mean, that seems to be like the lacking and where their pace, their lack of pace comes from 30 years. And the end of last year, I felt like they were doing a better job at that. But yeah, it's just not seemingly happening for them this year, at least not consistently. And it's just, it's kind of weird because, again, for us from an outside perspective looking at it, there's instances where I think we all agree where it seems obvious, but again, everyone has their own instincts, everyone has their own thought processes on how you go about certain things, and not everyone recognizes situations in the same way, and maybe their current processes and the way to go about things works in scrims and it doesn't work so well in matches. Maybe I remember there's an interview where, I can't remember who it was, but they were talking about, it was after a FaZe match, how about they like match up to them very well. And then they talked about how they need to match up to other teams in the same way or find how to like counter or whatever it is to other teams very well. So maybe they have like a specific thought process and how they go about playing each individual team, which can work, I guess. But
yeah,
generally speaking, I think we all agree. And I think the public and everyone in the world would agree that just the pace isn't there, but mostly because it's just doesn't come from everyone. It needs to come from everyone for you to be consistent.
Yeah, there was somebody on a flank who said that it should have been one of the ARs. They should have made a change in it. Who was that? Was it you, Donnie?
And then it was Nub too.
Yeah. I mean, do you think that would have worked in this scenario? Like, imagine they bring in Real and they keep Trakes, and now it's Real, Trakes, Metals, and then either Super and Rencor.
I think in this meta, it would definitely work better. Obviously, even how like Matt said, I mean, the ARs are talented, right? They can get kills. I just think, just coming from me, bro. I've had time. I played for fucking kills. I played just like Rencor at times in my career, right? Like, once you develop a everybody eats mindset, you're still gonna get your stats. Like, it's easier. Yeah. It's easier to get stats. Like everyone wants their stats. They want to make an impact and win. They don't want to just win and have a point. Well, most people, at least the people like Rencor, the people that want to be stars, they want to have the numbers and the chips.
Yeah.
So I understand him, like, playing the way he plays, but at the same time, if you made the game easier on your team, it will also be easier for you to get kills the same way. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And also get the second part, which is the winning portion of the deal. Like, you have to help your team. You have to just help your team. Let yourself, help Metals. Let Metals fucking pop take. He can't pop take. He's just getting fucked over the whole fucking time.
Can I say something to that? Like, the whole process is like a washing machine, right? Like, if you don't make the right play to get the pace somewhere on the map, then your team might suffer for it. And then the debts that you get as a team will put you in a blend, which then everyone suffers from.
Yeah.
Like, if the motion doesn't keep going forward and the pace and the map control doesn't keep progressing, then you will inherently get worse stats because you have to fight out of positions that are impossible to fight from.
Yeah. I agree. And a good example of this is like Scrap, right? I think Scrap's a kill whore. He's a kill whore. Every team needs a person playing for kills. Like, what the fuck? But Scrap is still gonna fly inside of a doorway for a BZ if he has to. He's still gonna fly and he's gonna slide and chow for Hydra if he has to, and then Hydra's gonna get the trade. Like, he's not just gonna just sit there and not do anything. Yo, BZ, please come there, hold my hand so I can chow this door. No, he's not gonna do it. He's just gonna fucking chow.
Yeah.
So to me, that's just the biggest difference. Is just natural instinct. Their natural instinct is overly selfish. They're overly selfish.
Yeah, I think when you look at the top teams, you could see the difference, right? Like, if you look at Thieves, FaZe, Optic, you look at these guys and you just see the difference between someone like the mid pack and the bottom teams. I mean, just looking at the minimap alone, the way that they take space and make use of their kills is like a night and day difference. Yeah, I sometimes with Miami, I feel like they literally had to get 15 kills just to do something, right? Like, it's like the game feels so hard. So, I mean, you guys got any other final thoughts, Matt? Ben, any final thoughts? Anything you guys want to add before we move on to the next team?
Not really. I mean, I guess we'll see if they made the right decision, but
yeah, we'll see if it ends up playing out for them. They feel pretty comfortable about it. I mean, they're ignoring all the noise and they're just sticking true to their gut. So we'll see what they do. Ben, anything? Dylan?
Nope.
Nah, sit for them.
All right, let's hop into the next one. This one is actually going to be 2 teams involved in this, but Toronto Koi part ways with Joe Deceives, their superstar
smoking
player,
racks.
the best player on their team, and they sold him. Now, Joe is obviously a free agent at the end of the year, so maybe this was a money play from them, from the business side of things. They were trying to get paid before they lost him at the end of the year, and he ends up going to the Genomates, and they end up dropping their best player, well, arguably their best player, the Major 1 MVP, Neptune, which left a lot of people speechless. A lot of people didn't expect it, and, you know, we'll get to that. Now Neptune's sitting on the bench, and Neptune needs a place to play as well. Is that Tony? Who just joined? Who is that? Is that Tony? Tony, what's going on? You're joining us?
I was going to maybe talk about this. There's some shit I do want to say about this.
All right, yeah, we'll get into it. But yes, Neptune is benched on the Genomates. Joe Deceives is going to the Genomates. Toronto, obviously, they're trying to figure everything out, trying to figure out you kind of how to operate their team. But let's talk about Joe first. We'll talk about Toronto's roster here in just a second. Tony, you want to start off? I mean, you can start off if you want. Tony, go ahead.
The only thing I don't like about this is like the inconsistency from the Toronto camp. That's what I don't like. I understand offloading Joe because he's gone in 2 months essentially, right? But the weird part is Toronto is like a clusterfuck of, it's just bipolar over there. Like the owner is tweeting, we know what we're doing over here, tweets out that they're 3rd place in camp's average placings, right? So they don't drop Jamie. Then they lose to Carolina. He tweets disgraceful, and then they sell their best player. Like, it's just confusing over there. It's like, I feel like they need to pick a side and
they also could have got $500,000 from FaZe for scrap, and they declined, and then sold them for $150,000 a few months later.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, what is their motive here? Are they looking to make money? Are they looking to win? What exactly is it? Because a lot of people just don't really understand what's going on in that camp. But Ben, let's go to you. What do you think about all this, Ben? What are your thoughts?
I mean, I agree with Zin. It's like, what is your lane here? Because we were joking yesterday in this one. If you're not a football, like soccer fan, you may not get this, but like, it seems like they're kind of based on a statement that you have on the screen, this Adam statement, like they're a selling club, the Borussia Dortmund, right? They can be very good. They can win trophies, but at the end of the day, they're a stepping stone to like bigger and better teams. That's a long-term hope for someone like Joe or Scrap. But I agree with Zin, short-term, it's just such conflicting statements after the last few weeks of like, we're backing our boys, and oh no, they got shit on, that was disgraceful. And then now we're selling Joe. It's like, pick a lane and stick to the lane. And then at the end of the season, if you want to reevaluate, then fine. That's kind of how the business goes.
Yeah. I mean, Donnie, you lost your player. Abe obviously gets slotted into that roster. He was already sitting on their bench. I think this was a pretty obvious move from Toronto once everything went down with Joe. And we kind of expected Abe to come in. Obviously, you have Neptune now who's sitting on the bench. I was talking to Matt a little bit about it yesterday, but I thought Toronto might have made a play to maybe go and get Neptune. We've been talking about Toronto all year about how they're just one change away to being a championship caliber team, but the one change they made was getting rid of their best player. So now they might need to make another change. What do you think about it, Donnie? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, there's a lot on this. First, shout out to Abe. Abe was like great for the Bush, great teammate, great player. I hope he does well. Hope he's got to at least be his former Burger King card. 58 overall. We need at least like an 82. We need at least an 82 this go around. But yeah, I'm rooting for Abe. Shout out to Abe. Yeah, but on Toronto's part, bro.
Should they make a change, Donnie? Should they make another change? Should they try and get Neptune?
I would try to get I would definitely try to get Neptune. I mean, that team is all over the fucking place, but I've just heard just basically what it comes down to, what I heard about just the rumblings of Joe and Nep. I mean, obviously we've seen, bro, we've all been around COD for years, right? We remember when Gunless was great. Remember, even Duarte, even me is another good example of people who were toxic that were good. Like, people are saying Joe crashed out. And I even thought when I seen this shit, I'm like, I look at my placings from BO4, and like this year, Joe got third, 12th. I got second, third, 12th. So it's like the same shit. And when I was like being toxic, I thought it was warranted at the time, because obviously like I was playing the best on my team. Certain people were underperforming, yada, yada, yada. And I thought, me being a shit teammate was warranted, but it ended up bringing the team down. So from what I hear from Joe is like Joe's probably just sick and tired of getting costed. He's probably tired of like opening up Twitter after every event. Damn, how is free Joe Deceives? How does Joe Deceives not win chips? You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. And you know, when I was in the moment, I feel like it was warranted, but like now that I'm like outside of it and I can take my emotion out of it, it's not good. Like, so I just don't want Joe. Like, I know Joe, you're incredible. I think you're a top 5 player right now, but don't become a person that points fingers constantly. Don't become like a bad teammate, because as soon as your production drops slightly, it doesn't gotta drop, you know, that fucking much. People aren't gonna want to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? People aren't going to want to deal with that. And all we do on all these shows is gas Joe Deceives. Oh, he's frying. He's frying. He's so good. How does he not have a chip? But if his teammates are like, bro, this guy's kind of a fucking dickhead, then that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? So just something to look like and watch out for, because that's literally what I've been through. You know what I'm saying? If not, people are saying this guy's reminiscent. My season, if you look at the stats and the placings, it was better than Joe Deceives. So shout out to me. I'm just saying, like, it's the same shit. You start being toxic, and then you bring your team down even more. So just make sure you're a good teammate, and make sure everyone, you know, on your future team, on Genomates, make sure when you leave Genomates or when you're done with Genomates that no one has anything bad to say about you. Same thing with Net. People are like, if Envoy, everyone loves Envoy. I talked to Octane. Octane says Envoy is my favorite teammate ever. Kenny loves Envoy. If Envoy calls you the worst teammate of all time, you're probably doing some fucking bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You're probably doing some bullshit. So that's just my thoughts on this shit.
Yeah, I mean, Matt, I wanted to bring you in. I know Donnie was talking about, you know, Joe and kind of everything that was going on over there. But at the same time, I mean, I felt like Joe had good pieces around him over there in Toronto. They really were, in my opinion, just one change away from really hitting the podium. I mean, what do you think about it?
Yeah, I mean, you guys have all made really good points. I pretty much agree with everything said so far. I mean, yeah, I do agree with that too. I think if they would have placed Jamie with Nasty, they would have been kind of insane. It would have been a contender, I think, at events. Now their camp's a little weird. Like, I really don't know how good Abe is, but definitely not going to be as good as Joe Deceives. I'm sure he's good, but Joe Deceives is a huge piece to that team. And I don't know. I just feel like they made a mistake, and that dude's trying to save face on Twitter, the owner. Like, it's pretty much what Zin said. Like, just pick a side. If you want to, like, say you're going to go head down and grind and let the results speak for themselves, that's fine. But, like, I guess we'll see. Because the fans, like, if I'm a Toronto fan, I'm like, dude, what? Yeah. Like, you just gave away Joe? Kind of seems like a profit play.
They just lost full. I don't know. Fans just lost full.
Yeah, like they're guaranteed top 5 player. They're just like, we're just gonna sell them right before champs. So time will tell. I don't know. I think you guys pretty much touched on everything I thought too, though.
Yeah. Big Deal, we'll go to you. I feel like Toronto's in a weird spot now. Like maybe there's opportunities for them to look elsewhere. I mean, what do you think about it, Dill?
I think they have to look elsewhere. I think right now with this roster, Abe's not bad, but he's not going to be Joe Deceives. Joe Deceives, potential MVP, one of the top 3, top 5 players in the game, you could argue. In SND, bro, he plants bombs, still has like a 1.2 KD. So he literally does it all for this team. And it's going to be hard to match that impact. The thing is, Toronto's going to have to think long term right now. So if I were them, I would want to get like a Neptune or another big name player that can get kills that is good. Because who knows what happens with Kleenex after this year? Who knows what happens with Inside after this year? You have Abe and you have Kips. Those are good rookie pieces, but you need to have other like good or great players around them. And they're probably just going to do a full rebuild after this year. Like they might get like the Ethans or the DKs from the EU Challengers because that's just shit Toronto has done in the past. But yeah, if I was a fan of them, I'd be losing full. I just lost Joe before champs. He needed EWC. He was leaving in a couple months anyways, but like he got 2 top 3s back to back. If they win one more match, they're in grand finals, and now he's just gone off the team. I don't even know how far this team's going to get at Major 4. Maybe they can make a Sunday, get a 4th. I don't really see them going much further than that, I'm going to be honest. But for Genomates, I think it was a fantastic pickup. I think this team is back in championship contention. Like, these guys can win a trip again. Joe and Estriel is a really good sub duo. Joe gets a lot of gas. Estriel's still kind of like proving himself because this is Estriel's first like real good team, first like top tier pro team with other players that have won chips before. So I think there's potential for that duo to like pop off. And then Ghosty and Sib, we know what they could do. If they can get back into form, they're going to be disgusting. But I think Genomates came up here. And I heard they signed Joe for a multi-year contract. So I don't know what they gave him. They must have hooked him up with the bag because everyone, every org, every player, every sub player was going to want to team up with Joe in this next offseason. So for him to just sign long-term with the team already, they must have given him something nice. And now, Gentlemates, they're like serious contenders. They're gonna try to get some top players in. So who knows who they're gonna get? But it's gonna be fun. I think they're gonna have a really good squad next season.
Yeah, I mean, Gentlemates are making moves. They're definitely making moves. I do agree that it had to have been a good deal, right, Dill? Because he's going to be a free agent at the end of the year. Joe can literally just shop wherever he wants to shop and pretty much just negotiate a good deal for himself and pretty much get whatever team or org he wants. He has all the power in the offseason. So for him to kind of lose that now and sign something with the Gentlemates, his whole free agency just goes out the window is kind of crazy. Yeah. Especially considering that, we were going into our last major and then we got champs, but I mean, the deal had to have been something sweet.
He might be on the Cellium contract right now.
I don't know. I really don't know.
I thought he was going to
maybe not that much, but I'm sure it's still, it has to be a lot.
Granted, on top of the contract,
it has to be minimum 4. There's no way he's signing for anything less.
On top of giving him whatever they're giving him, they also spent over 6 figures to buy him, which I think is also something to put into perspective because there's a lot of teams who will go out and make that decision and go out and buy a player, but then the player will have to take a hit on their contract, and that's a negotiating tactic that I know some of these organizations like to use. They're like, okay, well, listen, if we have to buy you out, then we're going to have to talk about your contract and your salary, because if we're spending this type of money to buy you out, then, we're not going to be able to give you this. We're going to have to give you that. Right? So that's a big problem. I mean, Ray, I want to go to you. I want to get your thoughts. Obviously, we're on Gentlemates right now, but Toronto, right? Toronto, they're making a change. They sold Joe. They bring in Abe. And now Joe, obviously, going to the Gentlemates. What is your thought about everything that's going on?
Just quickly, just because it's in my head fresh, what you talked about, the Joe situation and the whatever they paid him on top of the buyout.
Yeah.
Like, realistically speaking, with how much Joe is going to be sought out in the offseason, they honestly might have saved money on getting him now.
Honestly,
on top of that.
It's a good point. Bidding war,
Because the bidding war, like if you're going to bidding war with some of these other teams that are willing to spend insane amounts, bro, it's probably a good deal for them in that sense. So
especially because they only pay they're gonna have Joe for a few months, right? So you're not really paying that all out at once, right? You're only paying a few months, and then here we go. We're in the off season, right? So they're not paying as much as they think or as people think.
The timing on it makes sense for them in that sense. If they really let's say they were going to go for him anyways during the offseason, doing it the way they did it now, obviously is logical and probably will save the money in that sense. So I don't really have anything more to say that we've already brought up. I think the one thing that what Donnie was saying, which to me is something that, at least from my experiences, isn't something that you see that much anymore, but maybe it is more than I think. But bro, I've been doing this for 2009, was that 17, 18 years now? And of all the teams that I've been on that have success, whether it's playing, whether it's coaching, to me, players thinking team first on anything has always been a priority for a team to have success. No matter what you do, like Don, you're kind of describing your experiences and toxicity and how you handled your emotion within a team. I have rarely been on teams, and I've seen it before, but I've rarely been on teams that have found success with any individual part of the team doing that. I just think it's the culture and the strength of the team itself is so reliant on teammates trusting each other to make the right decisions, to talk through their emotions, to talk through gameplay issues, whatever it can be that will make the team better in a way that is trusted and conducive to winning. And having an I, I hate to say this, is super old state, but there's no I in team. That mentality to me needs to be true more than ever now, because you don't actually get to choose your teammates in every case, right? Because of the CGL situation and contract situations, you don't just get to be oh, I want to play with Formal. Oh, I want to play with Scumpy. Oh, I want you don't get to handpick your own situations anymore. So being a good teammate and having a good hand on your shoulders to me is more important now than ever. And the culture of a team is something that coaches, staffing, that players can all have a take in building, and to me is a huge part of success. I'll just speak from our team last year, for example. Again, every team has their issues. I've been in CDL for 5-6 years coaching, and I haven't had 1 year where no problem has occurred. There's always something that will come up. It is literally impossible. Ask Formal about their dynasty. I'm guarantee you they had their highs and lows, despite them going crazy and winning a ton of events.
With Porter? I'm sure they did.
well, Matt and them also, I mean, that was an era where you played all your practice pretty much on stream outside of maybe small amounts. Right. So, when you were having those big conversations about macro ideas or 50-50s, it was all out there for people to see at times.
Oh, yeah, it was all public.
But the important thing is that you have processes, you have talking points, you sit down with the team, you have discussions to hash out your issues and not let things be grudges or like things that people are holding back against each other and that might blow up in certain moments. Like you create trust within a team and a culture that provides a winning culture, and that's how you find success. Like I just, to me, that's what's kind of tough about this whole situation that kind of transpired.
Yeah. Definitely.
I agree with 100%, especially when you're like the best player in the game. Like you don't want to be the best player in the game and then he's really fucking good, but I just fucking hate being in a call with him. He's really fucking good. I just hate playing with him. That's like the worst shit. Yeah. So, I'm just being honest, bro.
Yeah, it's true.
And this for all players.
That shit matters.
What you're showing on the screen about the tweeting, bro. Please stay off social media when shit like this happens, bro. Nothing ever good comes from this. Ever.
Fuck that.
It's
Keep
good for
tweeting.
us, right?
No.
No.
Don't listen to Ray.
From that.
Keep letting it fly.
From our perspective, it's great entertainment. But I mean, yeah, obviously, just for the audio listeners, Envoy tweeted out or tweeted to Neptune. I don't know why you're tweeting me. Worst teammate of all time. And then Neptune responded, "You a 0.6 gang, chill." So obviously these guys,
Nep was cracking me up. Nep went on stream. He goes, "Honestly, bro, I'm not someone that's gonna talk shit. I have respect." But he wasn't 0.6. That was good.
Yeah, I mean, this was obviously a lot of shit hit the timeline. This started, by the way, with a bunch of pros just tweeting gifs and shit, and I'm like, dude, what is going on? Like, something is happening. And then all the pros are in my chat, and then all of them start texting me the intel, and they're like trying to get me to leak it, and I'm like, and then 2 minutes later, it actually just gets leaked. I think like Ronnie or somebody, CDL Intel, tweeted it out, but this was a shock to everybody. Like, we were all so confused by this as to what was going on. I mean, I guess it really did sound like a problem behind in closed doors with the team, that they were just kind of crashing out. And let's be honest, we talked about the Genomates roster going into it in the beginning of the year. That was our biggest concern. I think we were all saying this. Just Genomates, we didn't know that if things were not going well for them, how they were going to react with just the personalities that they had on the team. And now we see it happening in real time. Granted, they were able to win a major, which I think is a highlight. Thank God they won that major, because
they could have only won a major one, Tom.
Yeah,
they could have not won major 2, 3, or 4, because it was cooked when they actually got comfortable with each other.
Yeah, I think once they got comfortable, it was, Dylan, you couldn't have said it any better. I think that major 1 was a blessing, bro, especially the way that they won it. I mean, Neptune had some of the craziest clutches ever. I mean, that kind of basically won the major, no, Matt? I mean, the fucking clutches that Neptune fucking had. I mean, that was insane.
They had like a movie. They had like a really fun Sunday.
Yeah,
like that was a different type of win.
It was
like
fun for us.
We're kind of like we're about to give up, and then all of a sudden we just like are 5-5 and we're in it again. Yeah. And you're in the finals. Like I don't know. It's a fun ass day. It's a fun ass day.
I think to your point, Tom, and I talked to Vio's general manager of the team prior to the show to kind of get his thoughts on a few things, and I'll try and sprinkle those in over the course of the show. And I kind of asked him, like, what's your reflection on this? And like, but he basically told me it was like, you guys' point, like, you want to stack elite talent, right? Talent gets you like a good floor, but I think one thing in the future, it clicked off the rip, but then the chemistry wasn't there. Just considering the personalities of the players that you put together, now they're going to affect each other short term and long term, and like having a good, to your point, right, team focused, like cultural identity that like is the core of our teams, that we can always be hitting that mark. We don't fall into this valley, the finger pointing, all that stuff, and then you get kind of lost and can't find your way out.
Yeah, I think obviously, I mean, just reading at some of the notes that happened from yesterday, from when Gotaga and Viox were talking, one of the big things is when Falcons beat them. That's kind of where it imploded. So I don't know if like Sahoud Sniper or like AG or something, I don't know what's going on there, but Falcons might have broke these guys down. And you just see everything that they were saying. They also mentioned that Envoy and Neptune, it wasn't working anymore. Clearly, I think a big thing was Estrio, how like G2 fucked up his contract. Like the fact that Estrio was just, his contract just ended in the middle of the season. That's phenomenal. I mean, that's like a free
insane,
pickup.
Dude.
Is that not insane, Matt?
That's insane.
How do you mess that up? Like, how do you get that
typo?
wrong?
Like, what? I don't understand that.
Yeah, it's got to be a typo or something, because that's just crazy to me. That should never happen. Go ahead,
I don't
man.
understand, because don't you like? If it's not like you're gonna have a lawyer on the side of the team look at the contract. So like, isn't that one of the first things to check in the form is like the dates are correct? Like, I'm so confused.
I mean, you would think.
I don't know. I don't watch UFC.
There's a couple people with important roles that like are gonna have eyes on that. How do you make that mistake and then put a signature at the bottom?
Someone fucked up.
It's a good question, Ben. I think we're all wondering the same thing. That's why we're a little confused here. But I guess my last question to you guys would be Neptune. What's next for him? What's next for Neptune? Where does he go? Where should he go? I mean, just looking at the teams on paper, I don't think anybody's picking him up. I thought Toronto should have made a move for him. A lot of people argued.
Watching guys touch other guys is pretty gay, dude.
That I think Neptune should go to Toronto for Jamie.
It's not my thing.
And a lot of people on Reddit were saying that was a faded take. One of them was actually Ronnie. And I messaged Ronnie about it to see what his take was about that. I actually didn't get a response from Ronnie, so I was hoping to get a response from him there. Matt, we talked about that a little bit yesterday. I mean, you kind of agree with me that sometimes I just feel like stacking talent is the most important thing.
Makes
and if
sense.
you're worried about
Makes
roles,
sense.
well, you'll figure that as you go. I think a lot of these guys can run an AR if they have to. We're already seeing some players do it now. I mean, what do you think about that? What do you think happens in Neptune now?
Like we definitely talked about it yesterday. I'll say it again just to make it like very simple. Like with how good Neptune is, and you're a team that needs like more firepower, which is like a lot of teams to be honest, besides like the top three. You're gonna understand that he's gonna be like a certain amount of aids, but you're gonna accept that because you know what you're getting with him, right? Like he's just gonna bring so many more kills on the map, so much more pace. He's fast as fuck. He's really good, and you're just gonna accept that. So like this whole like attitude thing, I think people can kind of brush it aside. I think this could also be a situation where his attitude does change. He's like, okay, I now see shit can go bad for me. I just won a major win MVP. Now I'm teamless. This is the time to turn it around in my life and in my career. So I think he's going to get picked up. Hopefully teams are trying to make that happen because I think he could be a benefit to pretty much every team besides the top three.
Yeah, I completely agree. This is a major one MVP. I mean, the things that this guy's been able to do this year has been crazy. Granted, he's been in a little bit of a slump recently, but clearly I think we know why. I mean, there's definitely a lot of internal issues going on.
Yeah, they were in hell probably.
Yeah,
What's your thought on the role change, Matt? Just out of curiosity.
On what?
On the role change in that sense, where let's say you went to an AR.
Let's say, like, well, for one, I wouldn't make him. I would make someone else be an IR. So like, take Toronto for example. You get rid of Insight. You put Neptune in with Abe, Kleenex, and Kips. I'm just telling Kips to play a little slower. I'm telling Kleenex, you're back on AR. Sorry. Or we try Abe with that because Kleenex is a pretty gross sub.
Abe can run it.
It would have to be Abe.
Yeah, it'd have to be Abe. And I don't really know what that kid's AR bag is like, but
it's not
I think. I mean, is it better than Jamie? Who knows? I really don't know. And like, no slight to Jamie, but I think picking up Neptune would immediately put them back into like possible Sundays right away. Where right now I feel like they're just like a top 6, maybe plateau top 4 team. So we'll see.
Imagine a Neptune. Yeah,
the meta helps a lot too.
Imagine Neptune and Kleenex as a Neptune Kleenex sub duo is a fantastic sub duo. That is a great sub duo. And then you have Kips, who's already flexing now. Kips is already running both guns right now at this current time. He's already doing it, and I think Abe can do it as well. I think Abe can run both guns if he needs to as well. Because I think now you're not really seeing your traditional main ARs anymore. Like people got to be able to do everything now. I mean, we're seeing main ARs pull out subs now. I mean, we're seeing Dashy pull out an NPC. Right? I mean, this is just how the game is played now. I don't see why that move isn't being made, and maybe it's a money thing. I mean, it could very well be a money thing, obviously, but I just saw that debate going on like Reddit, and we were debating about it yesterday, Ben. I know you were talking about it, Ben. You were talking about anchoring and search, and a lot of people.
I meant more. I use CS terminology. I was talking more being an idle player. I think the point I was trying to make yesterday, though, that people kind of got lost in, and I think I was kind of maybe having a difficulty sort of communicating was. As you saw with the Toronto Joe thing, like I don't think it's just the players in the situation. If they're down for it, like it happens. If you're Nep and you see it with the tweet on your screen right where he's retweeting the "thank you for everything" tweet from Gentleman, he's saying, "We'll be back soon. And I will focus on being a better version of myself
you repented.
for my future in the CDL." I think like the issue. Well, I think the issue is like if he was talking to Toronto camp, like he's got to explain what the fuck happened on the team, and the answer has got to satisfy the players, but not just the players, the coaching staff, not just the coaching staff, the upper management, the team ownership. Like they got to be satisfied that whatever happened there, like he's reflecting on it, working whatever he needs to work on, and they're content with that. So the same situation or equivalent situations don't happen on Toronto, even though they're only maybe together for 2 months for 3 events. You know, like that is sort of the calculus of it. Because I agree with you guys, talent wise, it's a no-brainer for Toronto. The roles, little edge things, but you can figure it out. But the teamwork thing, the whatever outside the game stuff is going on here, he's got to have the right answer in that situation.
Just want him to repent.
Well, it's not. It's not.
Just say it
already. It's not as. You don't even need to be that specific. He's just like it's. He's just got to. When asked the questions about it, he's just got to have the answer that satisfies whatever Toronto's looking for in that situation. And again, it's not just the players. It's Adam Adamu. Is Adam going to like the answer to the question? If not, then ownership vetoes, and it is what it is, you know? But if he's happy and they're happy, like, yeah, I don't see why they can't make it happen.
Yeah, I was scrolling through the questions because we were going to do a Q&A. I'll bring one question from the Q&A up right now. Somebody was talking about Neptune and just saying, well, if he can't get to a top team and can't make it to champs, I mean, do you think he should play challengers? Do you think his best bet is to just sit out and just wait till
he would look demonic in challengers.
Yeah, he would. He would be insane.
He would look crazy in challengers.
Stay out of there.
Yeah, he could literally just chill.
So short term,
And he's getting paid, right? He's getting paid.
He's still on his contract.
Yeah, he's chilling.
Yes.
Neptune's chilling.
Short term, right now, so people are aware, if your team is in the elite, which is most of the good teams in both regions, you cannot make a roster change unless one of your players is picked up to the CDL. So for the next 2 to 3 weeks, he can't even join one of those teams until the elite were to end, right? Hypothetically, if he's joining a team for Paris. Just to be clear on that. But I agree with you guys, like, he should just chill. Because, like, what offers is he going to get? Bottomish NA teams, and then what? Get stuck, and you guys know this, get stuck in the shuffle of everybody trying to seed fuck each other for the LCQ, for teams that don't qualify for Challengers Champs. You get on some weird hodgepodge team looking for points. Like, I don't know if that's worth this time, you know? He should better off hold out, like your Bostons, your Carolinas, your Vancouvers. They're going to make more changes because they're not going to go to Champs, but they're going to try and play for EWC and have a good finish to the season. If it's not Toronto, he might find a combination of players
it's a Call of
that
Duty
gives him a strong finish
podcast.
to the season to kick on for next year.
Yeah, is Dante
About
fucking
the Pro League.
Shakespeare? What the hell's going on here?
He got on
He's been in a weird bag.
He
dude. I don't
has,
know what
right?
that is.
There's
I
something
don't know
going
what
on with
that
him.
is, dude.
He could up some AI fucking philosophical shit. I don't know what's going on with
I don't
Dante.
know what Dante's been doing.
He saw the crazy the Gentleman's fans were talking to the other players that just got dropped. He's like, listen, I'm trying to stay on their good side for Major 4. I want the cheers. I don't want to get cooked.
I will say, though, if you had to pick one player that you would think drama would stem from in the beginning of the year from the Gentlemates, you would probably say Dante, but he's actually been the one kind of just staying out of it. Just seems like he's kind of like, he's not getting involved with the Envoy and Neptune stuff. It just seems like he's just doing his thing. I know Dan Ghostie's in the chat sometimes. I said, actually, he's in the chat. Oh, Dante's in the chat right now. Dante, I didn't know. He said, God forbid I have some class. My bad, Dante. I wasn't familiar with your game.
He's wild. He's old and
I
wise
didn't know,
now.
Dante, did you type this out in English and then translate it to French? Or like, what was the situation here? Like, I need a...
Oh, 100%. What, did he typed it out in French, man?
Do we ask videos for help? No, I'm trying- like, do we ask videos for help? I'm trying to get the behind the scenes.
I mean, listen,
you know?
at the end of it, we'll see what ends up happening with Neptune. We'll see how it all unfolds. We'll see how these teams perform. I will say, I do feel like teams are starting to get more used to making these mid-season changes now. We're seeing a lot of changes now, and I feel like it's only going to get worse as time goes on. Think about next year. Like, if a team starts off rough, I think teams are ready, man. Some teams, I don't want to say all teams. Some teams really want to win, and you could tell. I really like the moves from Gotaga and VX. I like that they're trying to make changes and trying to make moves now before it's too late, right? Going into Major 4, going into Champs, got EWC. By the way, there's a lot of money to be won from an organizational standpoint at EWC. Matt, we were talking about that too, because you actually didn't know that, but
I didn't know that. Yeah.
in EWC, you know, it's a point system. So say a team like FaZe has a team in Counter-Strike, Rocket League, and COD. If they place well in all those games, you know, they get points depending on how they place in all these different games. And then at the end of it, they add up all the points between all the organizations, and, you know, there's a prize pool for it. And the prize pool is hefty. It is millions and millions of dollars. So, you know, that's also, a big thing for these orgs to try and make some of their money back. I mean, EWC's thrown out a lot of cash. So that's something to think about, and probably why a lot of these changes are happening. A question to ask to you guys, who won Rostermania? Who won it? Gentlemates, right? Gentlemates. It's not even close.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's Gentlemates. I think when I asked that to my chat, everybody agreed that it was Gentlemates. Between Miami and Toronto, who do you think made the better decision? What do you think?
Dude.
Probably Miami, to be honest. Like, I don't know if Toronto's gonna make it to another Sunday again. Miami, they're at least gonna have fun. They're gonna have fun playing together at least. That's for them. They're gonna be happy together.
Like Don, how good is this Abe kid? How good is he actually?
Abe is good, bro. Obviously, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and say he's like Joe, because Joe is obviously fucking insane. So, but I think Abe is good. I mean, they placed top 3 with Abe before, and Abe was BK after that. I think Abe's definitely improved. Like,
I think he's really good. I think
Okay.
Abe is insane. I think Abe is insane. I think he went to Toronto initially. He got a top 3 placing at EWC. That was his first tournament ever. Comes on stage, performs well, gets a top 3. Then he goes to Vancouver Surge to start his rookie year into the next season, Black Ops 7. And I think that team is full of terrorists. And then we saw what ended up happening with that team. I mean, they ended up imploding, but I just thought that was the worst possible team that he could have even gone to. I know Val's and maybe Los is in here, but even like in the offseason when we heard that Abe was going there and we saw the team around him, even I was scratching my head like, oh, man. Like, that's where he's going for his rookie year because, you know, we obviously want to see Abe do well, being a fellow Stallion. But, I mean, yeah, I'm excited for him because I think Kips and Kleenex are very good assets. I think Jamie, you know, he's at times, obviously, he's not performing how we want him to perform, but Jamie's a smart player, bro. He's been around for a long time. I think he does add value to the camp, which is why I was like, yo, even if you move him to a coaching role or something, I think having him around will, because they love Jamie. You could tell that camp loves Jamie. They
loves Jamie.
Yeah. And Jamie's a good guy, and he's found a lot of success over the years. He's had a great career, so, you know, maybe to see value in him, but I think this is a good opportunity for Abe. Obviously, he's coming into a team that got top 3, top 4. I mean, this is a good team for him, and he's coming in at a great time of the year to try and make a difference. So, rooting for the kid.
Wait, Donnie, you just coached Abe at the LAN, right?
Yeah.
I did hear that he's like a player where when he dies, he leans back in his chair. Like he falls back in his chair. Is that true?
Nah, I mean, he's animated, but it's not like that. Like, he's not like a negative, like, he's not like a negative person. Like, he might fucking get turned on and be animated and, like, move, but, like, he's not, like, doing no checkout shit.
Okay.
Like, he's not doing no, like, checky weird shit.
Like, if that's in his bag, like, just get rid of that immediately.
Nah.
Like,
He's not doing no checky shit.
Yeah, you know what Donnie used to do that used to check me? Yeah, Donnie, you remember the ad-libs you used to throw in? Remember I said something? Bro, I would lose a gunfight and he'd be like, oh, shit. Hey, Donnie, can you not do that? Like, bro, I'm frying right now. I lost one gunfight.
It's just, bro.
You know, I remember that. You know, it was good times, man. I miss that Subwater scene. That Subwater scene was fun. But let's hop into the bracket. Let's talk about the bracket and let's get into it. We got the Riyadh Falcons kicking things off in round 1 against Carolina. Toronto going
the minor 2 tournament, right? Remember this weekend?
Yeah, we're going into the bracket for the minor tournament. Yeah, for tomorrow.
Just for audio listeners.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I should have said that. No, thank you, Ben. I should have said that. For the minor tournament tomorrow. So the tournament starts tomorrow. It's a minor tournament. It's all online. It's single elim, right? Single elimination?
Yep. Correct.
So if you lose, you're out. Obviously, tomorrow we're getting the 4 bottom teams going up against, well, I'll tell you guys. We got Riyadh Falcons versus Carolina. We got Toronto Koi versus Cloud9. We got G2 Minnesota going up against Boston Breach. And we got Miami Heretics going up against the Vancouver Surge. I think these are pretty lopsided. Does anybody feel like C9 weirdly is getting a little bit better? Does anybody else feel that with Webby? I've been really impressed by Webby.
They're definitely better than they were, but they're still not that good. But they are better with Webby, I think. I think it's actually good.
Bro, Webby's good. Bro, he's good.
Webby might be the best one.
Bro, I was talking to him a little bit too, and I was like, bro, he's actually good, bro. I've been really impressed. I love his S&D game and how he's able to just pull out the snipe and just I love how he plays with it. So I'm curious. I'm curious to see how C9 continue to perform. I mean, I know those guys aren't going to champs, but they got AWC to play for. They got a lot of young guys, so they're in a good scenario here to try and make a run and try and make something happen and make some coin. And then we got G2 versus Boston. I don't think very highly about Boston at all. I'm going to be honest with you. I think a lot of these matches are pretty lopsided. And then Miami versus Vancouver. Does anybody have any
this is why I don't like vertical streams because like
first round tomorrow? Anybody?
No.
They're over here.
I don't think so.
I think so.
And they're over here.
Chances are like, let's say like Vancouver somehow forced that to 5 and Miami play a map that they haven't gone over because their team just formed this week. Like there is a chance of upset if like these series get extended, but if they're 3 to 4 maps now.
You got the ticket any maps?
Could be close
too. Yeah, with the recency, I think Carolina has the best chance of upsetting.
Yeah, Carolina, it could be because they would no change. Like, maybe a little honeymoon.
They get shit on.
I can see maybe a 3-1, 3-2 over there. I can see Carolina taking some maps. I mean, you know,
also have a better chance. Just ex-teammate Cheese.
The only thing swole right now is my dick. I'm playing.
I swear every team that goes actually like a real thing.
You're right.
I swear that's actually
Oh yeah, there's a lot of them talking right now.
I can see that too,
you sketch on your team, like the first time you play them, like you're gonna lose, bro. I swear that's the thing.
Yeah, but can you
Boston
blame?
still won't even get points.
That is
win your first game, you don't even get points.
Just go get 3-0 by LA after.
Yeah.
I'd say the tough thing is we watched that Boston T9 series and it was just like, I don't know, bro. It was not the most high level COD. I just don't know how this
Boston are 2-0.
Yeah, Boston's somehow 2-0.
Yeah.
I don't know how the fuck they are, but
I mean, that was,
They beat Cena in Vancouver, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe, yeah.
I mean,
But, like, they got
But 2-0 is 2-0. I mean,
Yeah.
hey, if they get into winners for Major 4, whoever plays them first on land is licking their lips. That's a freebie.
They got cupcake big games, bro. Like this is the real deal now. Let's see what they can do.
Yep.
By the way, I think I speak for everyone. We need to call Wevy Wevy, just because of the resemblance with
Johnny.
Oh,
weird, dude.
It has to. We have to call him Wevy.
Bro, they look so. They
It's
actually,
very
it looks like
weird.
his little brother. It actually looks like Johnny's little brother. It's comedy.
Very weird.
And they also like lean into their monitors so
Yeah.
far. Like they have the same stance and
similarities are
everything. It's
insane.
just so similar.
It's very weird.
Bro, wasn't there somebody who sounded exactly like Jua? Jua sounded exactly like Shotzi, and then people were saying they were from the same hometown. People were saying they were from the same area.
Crazy.
Which I think, I think it ended up being false, but I was like mind blown at first. I was like, "There's no way they went to high school together. What the hell's going on?"
They're all talking at the same
Second
time.
round, quarterfinal. We got
They're
Optic
talking to
Texas
each other.
versus the Riyadh Falcons. I mean, I personally have Optic. I think Optics just continues to look strong. They've been consistent all year. I don't see Falcons taking them down here, but Falcons have took them. They have beaten them, right? They beat them this year, didn't they?
Major 2.
Yeah, that
And a
one
Major 2
online match, yeah.
So it's possible. I can see this being a good match. I can see it going down to the wire. I do have Optic closing it out, though. You guys agree, or has anybody got Falcons winning this one?
I think Falcons might because
Bro, shut the fuck up, dude. You are literally retarded.
Matt,
Don't get you got your big boy.
You know the boys. we were talking about on the podcast that this is an interesting series for Optic.
This guy is a
Like,
retard.
do you want to play the vetoes here like you would if it was like a land match, or do you say, well, the Falcons just went 2-0 on Sake S&D. We want those Sake S&D reps. Let's square up. Like, how would you approach this if you're the boys, like knowing how they think?
It depends. It depends how good Optic Texas has been scrimming it. I do talk to Brandon a lot about just things that aren't usually discussed. I can't really tell how good they are at soccer yet. Whether they play Falcons on it, because Falcons look like weirdly good at it.
The guy that's never played a fucking goddamn day professional Call of Duty in his life.
And they like that little bottom bar
His name's
area,
Ben
like
J.
the bottom mid going into like the offensive side, like that little web down there where like
This
Prestige
fucking
and, like,
guy.
I don't know, that place gets mixy. I don't think
This
Optic
guy
Texas
knows
will
what he's
play them on
talking
that
about.
tomorrow. The problem is with the Optics map pool right now, they either have to play Fringe or Sake, right? So like, and I don't like their Fringe a lot. I don't think Optic Texas likes Fringe at all. So I think that Optic has to get better at one of those two maps like fast before the end of the year, or else they're going to keep having to do this where they play against, you know, these teams on their best shit or just their weaker shit, like Optic's weaker shit, and that's a problem.
Yeah.
So
Why
I
would
don't know.
Optic like playing Sake? Just out of curiosity, or just maybe your take?
I don't know. I mean, like, dude, when I first saw them play Hardpoint on it, I thought they were going to be really fucking good at it.
The one at
Just
the
way
top
map
is a
plays,
dumbass.
the space the subs can take.
The one at the
right now,
bottom
still having spawns. Like, I feel like
knows
that'd be
his
Anthony's
shit.
Playground, Kyler's playground.
This guy
But for some reason, they just like
knows
didn't
his
like
shit.
it.
This guy
they wasn't
stupid
wasn't
as
what I thought they would
fuck.
be on it. And I don't know. S&D so far just seems like.
This guy is like a
Well, when I
legacy
talk about
player.
Brandon,
He is
like
one
it
of
either,
the,
so I mean, we'll see.
best of all time
I
players.
think majority of us have Optic, so we'll probably put Optic.
Yeah, I think they'll still win though.
Yeah, I could definitely see Falcons making it a series though, so we'll put a 3-2 for that one.
Yeah.
He knows what he's
and then we
talking
got
about, too.
Genemates going up against Toronto Koi. That's just fucking hilarious. I mean, personally, I have Genemates in this one.
He's the executive
Again, I
producer.
think Toronto just might be one change away. I think
Of
they're
the
close,
podcast.
but I just
That's
don't
why
know if
he's
they're
there.
as well rounded as the Genemates. Would you guys agree with that?
Yeah, but this, to Don's point, like
Yeah, see,
maybe there's
Texas.
some Joe sketch.
See, you can see right here. They chose
going Koi, Donnie?
Optic
You going
over
Koi?
this.
But I
Oh,
feel like
man.
they're gonna be so doped up, like fuck this Joe Deceives guy. Like
Yeah.
I feel like they're gonna they're gonna have too much dope for this shit.
I think
Mates,
that map wins everything. That's it.
Yeah.
thieves,
See with Joe, I
Faze,
think Joe has been great in search this year. He
Optic,
gets a lot of bomb plants.
Thieves.
Like he's gotta make an impact
Thieves.
instantly in search, bro. These guys don't have a lot of time. Their search is fucking terrible.
Yeah, he
Like,
does.
I don't
But
think that was an Envoy thing. I don't think that. I
You
mean,
know.
Nep was getting shit on his search too.
He won't be.
So maybe Nep was the S&D terrorist. We'll see. If these guys keep losing S&Ds every S&D they fucking play, they're gonna be in a similar spot.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, they have to fix their search. So I'm not high on this Genomates team until I can see, okay, they're at least improving in S&D.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
I'm going Koi. But y'all
Talking
can
to
go
Vios,
Genomates.
by the
Y'all
way,
got
Don.
that.
Talking to
What'd you
Vios, by the way, Don, that was his statement. Because like I asked him out, like, what's your thoughts on your teams? The Genomates S&D, and he's like, we're too reliant on individual plays. Like now that we made these changes, Like we need to play team ball and search. Like you can't square up 7 seconds left on the shot clock with ISO step back threes. Like we got to do shit together as a team and get the ball movement going. I'm gonna stick with that analogy, obviously. It's a good analogy. It's a good analogy. It's a good analogy.
Ben, it's a good analogy.
I hear you. I hear that.
Ben drops about 3 to 4 analogies a show.
Nah, I hear you. I mean, it's just the only way they would win search rounds is if Nep or like Envoy just caught a random fucking timing and just got lucky.
It's a good analogy. It's a good analogy.
Ben, it's a good analogy.
I hear you. I hear that.
Ben drops about 3
He's
to 4
literally
analogies
clowning
a show.
this guy.
Nah, I hear you. I mean, it's just
He's
the
fucking
only
cracking
way they would
up.
win search rounds is if Nep or like Envoy just caught a random fucking timing and just got lucky, or Dante just fucking trick shotted the other
This
team.
dude just be
That was
saying
literally
the
the only
dumbest
way they
fucking
won rounds.
things.
Yeah.
Dude's
Yeah, you
literally
can win
cracking
rounds,
up.
like, just playing a team game and playing smart.
Yeah. I mean, Dylan, what do you think? Dylan, you leaning towards Genomates here or Koi? I mean, Donnie's got Koi. I got Genomates. I mean, we're all right. Maybe we go Koi here. I mean, what do we do?
I probably would say Genomates, but I would love like an Insight 1.4. That's why fucking we didn't need you. We're gonna be better without you. But if Toronto were to win this series, I still think their team goes downhill after, while Genomates would get better. So my brain, I gotta go Genomates with this one, but hopefully it's a close one. It'd be fun. It'd be fun to see Joe lose to his old team, kind of. But I think Genomates will.
How about some milk?
Yeah. For sure, Ray. You got Genomates? What do you got?
Yeah, I think it's hard to go against that. I mean, Joe, I think it's hard to say that Joe wasn't a big part of Toronto's success in recent times. I like Don said, I think Abe's a solid player and very good, but I don't know if he's going to be able to like withhold the slaying power that Joe had, at least maybe not to his level. So I don't know, man. I think this could be a sneaky close one though. At the same time, like I kind of like what we said about the search issues for Mace. Like I don't think that solves anything directly. Like there's probably still a lot of work to be done there. But I could see this being a grueler. I could see a game 5 here, honestly.
Me too. I can see it as well. Ben, you got?
I will say Mates though. I think Mates is going to take.
You got Mates too, Ben. Matt, you got Mates?
I got Mates 3-1 because, like, look, Toronto with Joe obviously was really good at overload, and that was also not a strong suit for Mates, recently. But the S&D hasn't been that great for Toronto in general either. So I think Genomates are going to take 3 respawns and win this 1-4.
And Matt, you got Genomates as well?
I do have Genomates winning. Yeah, I think there is like a small percentage where, like, I mean, yeah, I don't know. Maybe Toronto could win, but I think this is one of those series where Joe kind of proved why he left.
Yeah.
And just dominates them. Yeah.
And then we got LA Thieves versus G2 Minnesota. I mean, LA Thieves being the minor, 2 champions? They won the last minor. Was it the first minor? No, the second minor. Was it the first one or second one?
That was the first one.
This was the first one. It's weird that they did like 2 of them towards like the end of the year, and we didn't have a beginning of the year one. But yeah, LA
they
Thieves
should call it like Major 3 minor and Major 4 minor. Right?
Yeah, they might as well just call it that for sure. But yeah, obviously LA Thieves winning the last minor tournament. They've been looking real good. They won the last major as well. I just have Thieves just because I just feel like they're hot right now. I feel like they're hot. I feel like they're figuring it out. I've been loving what I've been seeing from the sub players. I mean, Ernie's been doing his thing all year. But I think the sub players have just really stepped up on LA Thieves. And Niem as well. Niem's getting better and better, obviously, the rookie. But for me, the biggest thing is just Hydra and Abezier just figuring the game out. And they're just kind of they're starting to just get that chemistry now. I mean, what do you think, Matt? You think they're figuring it out or what?
Was like if you watch Thieves at the start of the year and like the cohesion between the sub duo, it was just weird. Like it wasn't there. And now like this gun meta kind of forces you to be next to each other, and the pace is always pushing them towards the same spots. So they're kind of like always by each other.
Yeah.
And it's obviously like you see how they play now. They look like a different team.
Yeah.
They're a very scary team.
So I'm going with Thieves. Matt sounds like he's going with Thieves. I mean, what do you guys think? Donnie, Dale, Ben?
I'm going with
Ray.
Thieves.
You guys are going with Thieves.
I think you got to go with Thieves here. This is like a good test
see G2
match
taking
for
a map,
G2 right
maybe.
here. Yeah, this is a good test match. Like, yo, how good are we really? Can Kremp still drop fucking 100 kills in a series? And they have improved a little bit, but I feel like you got to go Thieves, bro. Hydra looks insane again. Ernie's an MVP candidate. Like, you got to go Thieves.
It's hard to beat this team in search. Like they're on such a run in that game.
Nah, they look really good right now. They look great. And then you got FaZe Vegas going up against Miami. This is a hard one, man, because Miami matches up well against FaZe. They always have. And I know Miami got the better of them last time. It's just something about this team that I feel like every time FaZe plays them, it's a grueler, and it just always goes down to the wire. I mean, I'll go with FaZe, but I know Miami's had their number. I mean, do you guys see Miami doing it again? They just made a change, but I mean, last time they had Trakes, and now they're bringing in Real. Real, this is kind of like his debut here. I mean, well, no, he's playing Vancouver, but we're going to see Real for the first time in a while back in with the Miami. Who do you got, Donnie? Who do you got?
I'm going Miami.
You want Miami, Don?
I think FaZe is much better than Miami, but like, bro, that shit is insane, bro. They
The
just
matchup,
can't beat
some
them,
good
bro.
matchup for Miami.
They're like, FaZe is way better than Miami, but like, bro, every time there's just a thread of tweets. GG's beat FaZe again. Oh, GG's beat FaZe again. Like, I'm not picking against that, bro.
Isn't
Yeah,
the record in the last 8 matches like 7-1 or something?
Yeah,
Like that?
yeah. Since they got Super, it's 7-1. Yeah,
Just wild, bro. When you think about it.
Miami.
What do you think, Dylan? Dylan, you going with Miami too?
I really do want to, and I want to see Real play this game. We haven't seen him play for a while. I didn't really see him play in Challengers. I know he played in like the MENA region. Like, I don't actually know how good Real is at this game at this point right now because we just haven't really been able to see him. I mean, I want to say it for the story that Miami can still do it because this was the team that was running their shit last year and even this year. But I think I got to go with the FaZe boys, Tom. Hopefully they don't disappoint me again.
Okay, so Dylan's going with FaZe. Donnie, Miami, right? Who do you got?
FaZe up.
You got FaZe, right? You got FaZe?
And I will say also, this is kind of apart from the prediction thing, but with all the kind of not so fun days to watch the CDL, this is going to be an awesome day of COD.
Yeah, it is.
Like all these matches are going to be.
That's
great.
why I like
They
the
all have
minor
their own
tournaments
stories,
because
bro.
we
It's
said
gonna be
we get the bad teams out, right? All the shit teams just kind of get eliminated unless they like upset, and in that case they deserve to be there. But I mean, we just kind of whittle out the bad teams, and then we get some really good matchups in these tournaments. So it's exciting to watch. We'll obviously be live all weekend long talking about it. But what about you, Benjay? What do you think?
Until I see FaZe win this one in recent memory, I got Miami.
Okay, so that's 2 for FaZe, 2 for Miami. I mean, I picked FaZe, but I'm a little biased. What about you, Matt? Who do you got?
Low key, like, I think this is going to be like a Justice for Drake series. I think that they're going to realize their misstep here once they finally lose to FaZe. It's crazy they keep matching up with each other in the bracket, but I think FaZe is going to win.
Okay, let's put FaZe then. That's I think it's majority. That's majority FaZe, right? Majority FaZe. So we'll go FaZe 3-2. We'll give it a last map. Then we got Optic Texas versus Genamates in the semifinal. I again have Optic. I think Optic's gonna go all the way and see another grand final here. What do you think, Ben? We'll go opposite side. We'll go around the table. Who do you got?
I mean, on paper, I would say Optic. It's just a question of with this new Genamates team, you don't really know what their good and bad maps are. Can they find a bread and
I
butter
hate
that
this
surprises
motherfucker.
Optic? I have a feeling this series will go much deeper, but I think Optic will have just enough to get it done.
Okay. What about you, Matt?
Yeah, I know they scrimmed yesterday.
Yeah, wasn't Damien talking about that?
Yeah, I also talked to Brandon about it. I mean, not to like say too much about it, but I mean, I have Thieves Optic final regardless. But I think Mates will be good. I think they'll look good in this series, and they'll be a strong team. But I just think Texas is just like a little too good for them.
What about you, Donnie? You agree with
Optic.
Matt?
Yeah, I got Optic. Like I said, I mean, bro, these guys.
go ahead,
Until
Don.
I see them win S&D, I'm not as high like on them as like anyone else is. So we'll see.
What about you, Dylan?
Yeah, I'll just go Optic. I think Optic.
Were you thinking Genamates, Dylan? Were you thinking it?
Maybe there's a chance. Like, there's a good chance. Maybe it's like a new team, honeymoon cheese.
Maybe.
Optic doesn't know what to expect as much. The S&D looks might be a little bit different, but Optic's just too strong, to be honest. So I think you got to go Optic.
What about you, Ray? Optic?
Optic 3-2. I think the search is going to be a difference in this series.
3-2. I was thinking 3-1, but I'm down for a 3-2 as well. Down for
Just
that.
based on what the conversation in Matt and Damon had yesterday, it sounds like Mates might be on the uptrend in terms of respawns.
Yep. And then we got FaZe versus LA Thieves. I always feel like this is a good matchup. I feel like these two teams, for the most part, there's been some lopsided series, but I do feel like it's a good matchup whenever they play each other. Who do you guys got? Donnie, we'll go with you. Go around the table.
Thieves.
You got Thieves, Don?
I feel like Thieves are gonna win this tournament.
You think they're gonna win it again, Donnie? You think they're going
I feel
back
like
to
they're
back?
gonna win it again, bro. These guys just turn up. For some reason, well, obviously NPC and the subs are playing better, but yeah, I feel like they're just in rhythm right now, and I feel like they're gonna win it.
Hey, we got Merc in the chat. He said this matchup fucks. Has all year. I agree, Joey D. This has been a phenomenal matchup. What about you, Dylan? You agree with Joe? This has been a great matchup all year.
It's been fantastic. Fucking, we've seen a couple of reverse sweeps. We have a BZ starting at map 1 in 15, and then somehow winning that map, and then they get reverse sweep in the same damn series. But I think it's Thieves right now. They're just looking too good. Sub duo's on point. I'm gonna talk with Nee, and we're gonna go over about S&D clutches because whenever he's last alive, he just doesn't get a kill. So I'm in the lab with Nee. We're gonna be working on some clutches. Don't worry. We've been talking about it. We've been talking about it.
What about you, Ray? What do you got?
I think Optic's gonna do it here. I think this is where Optic kind of changes the trends of the finals here.
But who do you got FaZe versus Thieves, right? You got.
Oh, my bad. Thieves. Yeah, I think Thieves is just looking too good recently to me. I think they're gonna be a hard team to beat. I mean, didn't they? It's actually insane. Didn't they Neslo FaZe in the last match they played?
Yeah, they did.
Like, Typically, isn't it the opposite with FaZe?
Yeah,
like
FaZe was a weird one because now their hard point's
sense.
good, and now they're
Right.
overloaded and S&D slacking, so they're all over the place.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be another close series, but I think Thieves gonna edge this one out somehow.
Okay, Matt, who do you got? Thieves? You say you got Thieves winning, right? Or going all the way?
Beating FaZe?
Yeah, beating FaZe.
Yeah,
You got
yeah,
Thieves
I got
beating
the beating
FaZe.
FaZe, yeah.
Ben, you got Thieves?
I just comes down to S&D, and right now I got Thieves in the game mode.
All right, let's move Thieves up. I'll go with Thieves as well. I feel like Thieves have just been matching up well against FaZe. It'll be the one time. Just for the picks, I'll go with Thieves in this one. Obviously, I hope the boys prove me wrong, but for the picks, we'll put in Thieves, and then we got an Optic LA Thieves grand final. Who do you guys got? Optic or Thieves?
They're doing it.
Green!
There we go. I need for 3 seconds just to get the chant going. I think for Optic, this comes back to an interesting combo we had this week. The Overload will be really interesting in this series. That was an area that Thieves took advantage of the last time they played at the Major 3 final. Will Optic have improved in the mode where they can battle out in the best of 7 here? We'll see.
What about you? What about you, Donnie? Who do you got?
I got Thieves.
I'm going Thieves, bro. Ernie just runs his online shit. Ernie is him. Nah, I'm trolling. Ernie is him. I think he's gonna win this. I think they're gonna win Major 4 as well. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just high on the Thieves. I feel like their team is just playing great. And yeah.
Okay. To keep their Saudi representation there. I mean.
Folks, I believe this $5 stock has massive potential. This company has fundamentals that are improving faster than its stock price. That down below. So, main entree, Clover Health, CLOV. So, for context here, back in 2021, this was one of the hottest names in the market. It rallied like crazy, it dumped, and it did nothing for years. Right now, Clove is having one of its most beautiful and consistent and clean breakouts that it's ever had, while at the same time, it's still down around 70% from its June 2021 highs. And if you look at the dilution, well, the shares outstanding haven't really increased that much relative to how much this is down. In fact, it closed 2021 at 413 million shares outstanding, and as of the last report, we're at about 533 million shares outstanding. So some dilution, but nothing crazy. A lot of the other companies in the space will go up like 10x in terms of dilution, if not more, and do a bunch of reverse splits, and then maybe one day they become profitable. But this one, very different story, and I think there's a nice opportunity here. So what is going on? Well, let's start with what Clove actually does. So when most people hear about Clover Health, they assume it's just another health insurance company. Technically, that's true. Clover sells Medicare Advantage plans, which are private healthcare plans for seniors. But that's not really the interesting part of this story. What makes Clover different is that management has spent years building software and AI tools designed to help doctors make better decisions. The centerpiece of that is something called Clover Assistant. Think of it as kind of like a co-pilot for physicians. The platform gathers patient information from across the healthcare system and provides doctors with recommendations during appointments. The goal is simple: catch health issues earlier, improve treatment decisions, and ultimately keep patients healthier. Why does this matter? Well, because healthier patients tend to cost less money. And if Clover can consistently lower healthcare costs while maintaining quality care, they can create significant competitive advantage. In theory, everyone wins. Patients receive better care, doctors get better information, and Clover gets lower medical costs. The problem is that for years, this was mostly just a theory. We talked about this back in the day, and the issue was always that it just hadn't convinced markets that they were going to be able to pull it off. Well, now they're starting to convince markets because it's no longer just a theory. Back in May, Clover reported its first quarter of 2026, and for the first time ever, the company posted a genuine profit under GAAP accounting standards. Now, why is that important? Well, because for years, investors were debating if Clover would ever become profitable. Now they're discussing how profitable Clover is actually going to become. It's a completely different conversation, and that's exactly why the stock is starting to get re-rated massively. And I think it's going to be re-rated all the way back to where it was in June of 2021, because the company is no longer a speculative meme stock. It's a company that's actually executing. Revenue jumped 62% year over year. Membership grew 51%. The company generated roughly $27 million in profit. And most importantly, Clover ended the quarter with over $400 million in cash and zero debt. That's a dramatically different picture than the one investors were looking at just a few years ago. And this is why I believe Clover is sitting at a very nice and beautiful and, dare I say, juicy inflection point. Next, I want to talk about Counterpart Health, which is a hidden opportunity within the Clover system. So remember the Clover Assistant we were just talking about a little bit ago? Well, Clover is now taking that technology and selling it to other healthcare organizations, and this matters for one very simple reason. Software is a much better business than health insurance. Insurance is notoriously difficult, the margins are thin, costs are unpredictable, competition is